This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Discretion is advised. This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Discretion is advised.
Deacon Kyle, Deacon George, Deacon Clay, open up the door and turn them loose. Come on! First I wanna thank God for the blood running warm in my veins. Yeah, I thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind, I'm not insane. Come on! I ain't gonna preach too long. I ain't gonna take the service too far. My sermon this morning, hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on, hell no. To the no, 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 yeah, to the no, yeah, to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen, Sister Edna, Sister Ruth, make sure that everybody get a seat. Come on, y'all. Sister Lily may go back in the kitchen, cause when I get through, I need to eat. I mustn't fix me collard greens and cornbread and rice. Chicken breast, oxtails on the side. That's what I'm talking about. Deacon Underwood, get my Bentley ready, cause when I get through, I need a ride. Come on! Dr. West, count the money, come back and tell us what you raised. We had to find another deacon. I got some people there looking for some blessings. First, God got to get the praise. Come on, y'all! See, there's an old saying, when the praises go up, you get the blessing coming down. I got some people in the church, God Almighty, look at them, they messing around. Come on, come on. Woo. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen, I got people in the church smoking weed, drinking whiskey, they drinking a lot of gin. What you say? I got the preacher with the night prayer meeting, talking about can I get an amen? Come on. Early Sunday morning, about 10:15. Yeah, I got some people, they coming off the street, and God Almighty, look at them, they strolling in. They need help. They laying at the altar, they confess to sin, their sin. Come on, wait. Time is here Monday morning, they doing the same thing again. Hypocrite, hypocrite. Hell no. Come on. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen, talk. Got kids dropping out of school, talking about they don't wanna learn. Yet they're standing on the corner rolling blunts, talking about come on, let's burn. Y'all better get back to school. I got kids walking up and down the street, pants hanging down around their knees. Pull them pants talking about that they're looking for a job. When I see them get a book, I said please. Talk to them, but see all they ever talk about, brag about who got the biggest and the baddest guns. Trying to see the copper with the bubble top. They dropping the gun, they wanna run. Put them guns down. Now the sheriff got them locked up. They sitting in the county jail. It's a shame. I heard the mama, she was crying all night. She can't get no money for the bill. Come on. Now the man with the homeboy, cause they didn't put no money in the commissary. Your friend gone now. They had you in the jail, brother, man. You were sure headed for the cemetery. Come on, wait. See, there's an old saying that a hard head make a soft behind. Yeah. Well, since you did your crime, go on do the time. Stop the baby crying. Come on, come on. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen. When people talk about you, all you gotta do is let them talk much as they please. That's what they gonna do, y'all. Cause all you gotta do is get down on your knees. Tell the Lord about it. You tell God about it, and I guarantee you He will never leave you alone. Yeah. All you gotta do is tell the devil, hell no, won't you leave me alone? Devil leave. Hell no. Come on, wait. To the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no, no. To the no, no. To the no, 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 no. To the no, no. To the no, no. Hell to the no, no.
Hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. I figured I'd start it off like that, folks, because y'all gonna hear me say a lot of that here tonight. Hell no. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw what I'm gonna talk about. Whew, my goodness. Fellas, ladies and gentlemen of the doggone jury, is it possible that a piece of plastic can replace the voluptuous sounds and sights of any woman, much less a black woman? What's up, Joe W? How you doing there, Devil Dog? Good to see you. Hoorah. Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen, that the sex doll can replace a woman, much less a black woman? That's what you see right there in front of you. Look at that. That's what they say. We're going to talk about it. What's up, Sarah O? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, folks, give me a 1 or a 2 down in the listening lounge over there if you can hear me correctly. I see folks popping in and out over there, so I want to make sure that I'm getting this stream correct local here. If not, I'll have to stop, record, and upload, because you know how it is sometimes when the internet don't want to cooperate. So if you can hear me down there in the lounge, give me a 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2, please. 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2. Either one. If not, I'm going to keep on going. Let me see. Let me see if I can hear myself. Let me click this on. Can I hear myself? How you doing? Yep. Hey, folks, give me a 1. There you go. I can hear myself, so that means those down in the listening lounge can hear me as well. All right, folks, I'm going to continue up off in here. I hate to talk about this subject, but I have to. And as you can see, I got to shout out Taz Exclusives, because this is where I got this footage from. I listened to a few other folks talk about it, but I think Taz, shout out to you. You know, you break it down a little bit better, unfiltered, as I would have. No, let's start right here, and then we'll do what we got to do.
To a certain extent, being able to replace many functions that we saw typically as female, right? So whether that be cleaning, you have dishwashers, you have washing machines, tumble dryers, you can even outsource your cleaning now. You have women's functions such as cooking, right? Cooking has also been replaced. Everything now, you can buy things ready-made. 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 Everything now.
Let me go ahead and stop that right now. Yeah, there are some things out there, folks, that you can buy ready-made. You can go buy a toaster. You can go buy a car. You can buy all kinds of inanimate objects. But none of these things will replace a human being, whether it be male or female. It's not a living, breathing entity. It has no feelings. It has no nothing. It is plastic. It is metal. It won't move until you pick it up and carry it. There's no replacing a woman with a sex doll. Let me start off by saying that for all of you folks who think that's possible, no, you cannot. You can only substitute a live woman. That's it. If your preference is laying up with a hard piece of plastic, that's on you. Meanwhile, the rest of civilization go on. There was a thing called, I saw a show called My Strange Addiction. And if you made it to that show, something got to be wrong.
Now, you can buy things ready-made. You have the microwave. You have things like Uber Eats. All of this stuff here is it's replacing traditional functions of women. And the one thing that currently hasn't been able to be replaced would be women's.
I'm going to show the black men. And thus a lot of black men, as you're going to see in one of these articles coming up, they started to take a strong liking to that. Okay? And black women who are already losing their power and control over not only the black community, but the mind of the black man, like with people like me who are willing to spend $7,000 on doll culture. I have 4 dolls now. Seriously, $7,000. The going rate for a home, at least on Backpage.
$7,000 on an inanimate object, but they'll complain about taking care of their children or taking a woman out on a $50 date, but they'll spend $7,000 on a piece of plastic that's built for, dare I say, nothing more than sexual gratification. What else can you do with it?
$200 to $250 an hour. You doll culture. I have 4 dolls now. Seriously, 7,000 willing to spend $7,000. Who are willing to spend $7,000. Like Uncle Bill and
About 2 weeks ago, I started the stream, right? And just like I was looking for the proof of these dudes in their sex doll celebration history, right? Looking for the proof of it. And I was able to find it, but it was like late as hell. Like it was literally like 3 hours into the video, and it was like I had been on here for 3-4 hours already. And the video that I'm watching, that we looking at, like just out the blue, like Kevin Samuels pops up on the panel. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So we never finished that video review, right? And so I wanted to see the rest of that video, and I wanted to review it. But one of the main reasons why, like, to be honest, I said I was gonna stop doing a lot of these videos because I don't feel like I'm not talking about us. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when I say that shit, like the people that's here, like I'm not talking to you. People that's always been here, we always do this content. I'm not talking about you. It's these outside entities that have no appreciation for it. And what they end up doing is trying to undermine me, because it's like, I don't know, I almost feel like people mad because they're not the ones doing the content. Like, why would people go so hard to try to make me a person that, you know, was rocking with the manosphere or was in some way, shape, or form have changed my message? So like it gets annoying because exposing these niggas a lot of times means a motherfucker gonna come for me on some fake shit. I mean, I'm so used to seeing it happen now, it's like, all right. And so it's like, when I do my regular content, I don't see people coming, you know what I'm saying, starting shit, running their fucking mouth, getting my fucking nerves. You don't see people doing that for my regular everyday content. It's not until I start exposing some of these dudes on YouTube that I really run into problems as a content creator.
And he is absolutely right on that, folks. You have to understand exactly the magnitude what the man just said. If you're doing some content that's teaching something or putting a good message out there, folks don't got nothing to say to you. But if you're doing some content that exposes pedophiles or scam artists, all of a sudden folks want to come out of the woodwork to talk shit about you. They try and dox you. They talk about your family. They talk about your children, all kind of other shit, just because you exposed them on something that they were doing wrong, that they put online. In another case, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today about Bullets Gotti. Saw a clip this afternoon of, he said something about somebody's son. Be careful what you say, because somebody might ride out to you. Huh, Bullets? If you don't know, go to Baller X channel, folks, and look at the video that he did on Bullets Gotti. No sense in me repeating it here, but y'all know, if you are Bullets Gotti, you know who he is, and if you know you're a Baller X fan, says it all in less than 5 minutes. But he's right about that. Folks will come flag your channel and all kind of other shit just because you exposing truth. Nobody want to hear truth, especially when it's about them. Guy sitting on a panel one day with thousands and thousands of folks in the room talking about how he liked young girls. Nobody reported him until somebody like myself or somebody like Taz or a few other people came along. All of a sudden, don't y'all see something wrong with this? These folks named Fresh and Fit going around talking about people left and right, how nasty black women are. Now, soon as the rabbit got the gun, they don't like it, so they're going around flagging channels left and right. Copyright infringements. Well, if you heard from the good TLA, the lawyer, he'll tell you, Fresh and whoever, Fish and Chips or whoever, don't have a leg to stand on. But anyway, he's right about that. Let's get back to it.
You again what people don't want to accept. There's never been what y'all considering a gender war from this side. We deal directly with issues. We don't need any talking points. We don't need to fake anything. This screenshot came from their video with the dude with the sex doll. So we've never had to fake. We've never had to make up anything. We take these men's audio and play it for you.
That's right. That's exactly. Audio. And that's my point when I say it comes to fair use. We take the audio that you folks upload online and talk about it, and then you have the nerve to get mad about it. What kind of shit is that? Let that make sense. We take your audio and talk about it, which fair use does allow you to do. And then you come back and want to flag somebody's channel. What sense does that make? Don't put it up if you don't want folks to talk about it. Don't have a stream about it if you don't want nobody to talk about it. Bottom line.
So much so that motherfuckers think that's what we doing. Like we're not dropping receipts. Like we're not giving you examples. Like we're not giving you proof. Nothing over here is based on feelings. Nothing. And the fact they got to keep on fighting with people who claim they're for black women. They claim they're for children, but they want to look at me with the side eye and keep looking. But understand, you get the side eye for real because you don't do no motherfucking content. I'm just here to make sure you understand that the high value man conversation is new. This is what it was last year. And like I say, man, my platform took a lot of hits fighting this shit. So I'm not really in the mood for people playing with me about it. Like, for my platform took hits for going after this shit.
Again, he's absolutely right. Remember, a couple of years ago, your dude wasn't this so-called relationship guru they call Kevin Samuels. He wasn't a relationship guru. He wasn't preaching high value man. He was in the chat room talking about how sex dolls is going to replace women. Now you go over to his channel And you got thousands and thousands of women agreeing with him because you did not do your research on who you're following. As a woman, I don't see how you could go back and listen to this particular video or read in this stream and say this is a guy, or as a man say that this is a guy that you want to take relationship advice from, that will tell you with a straight face that a plastic inanimate object will replace a woman, or a plastic inanimate object will replace a man. That's what he was selling last year or the year before last. Not so much in the rear past. Not that much time has elapsed that folks shouldn't be remembering that. But I guess out of sight, out of mind. If you ain't talking about it today, it didn't happen.
When you see one of these motherfuckers on YouTube say, I saw Taz on the Manosphere channel. Yes, you did. Because I'm embarrassed about this type of shit. I went into those men's faces and disagreed every time. Every time. They sounded stupid. And like I said, it was being around them that showed me how I sound saying bitch every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Even a year ago, you were seeing in these comment sections where people going in, letting it be known, I don't want a black woman, I want a sex doll. Damn, these chicks are being replaced by dolls. They have become the worst women on the planet.
And that's what he was over there co-signing.
He's telling the truth because I am a brother and I had 2 robotics competitions. And I can say my robotics competition is the best. I don't need to be with a real woman anymore. I'm making a lot of money now without a real woman. But I have a robot woman. They was bringing these niggas to this space. Now, let me get this shit on the board for you niggas so you can see what time it is, man. Let me get this shit up on the board, man, so we can see what the real deal is out here, man. Oh, it's already up. Okay, we already up. We already good. So, again, I'm just here to make sure you understand that the high value man conversation is new every 5 minutes. That's what made me not want to say the shit no more. I sound like you niggas. I don't want to sound like you sex doll, sex driven niggas. Again, trying to be around men in this space, you almost gonna have to call some of them out. If you're gonna be around men, they want you to be around men in this space and not say shit. And then because a lot of women benefit from these weak ass niggas, they need any man that's gonna call this shit out to take the hit with them. It's all black men are the same bullshit. You got me fucked up. Again, look at my content, look at my history here, and look at theirs. If I called you a bitch, I called you a bitch. I don't call black women bitches. It's a difference. If I called you a slut bucket ass whore, you're a slut bucket ass whore. I don't call black women names as a group. I've never done that. But I tell you, when you look stupid as fuck. And in the case of these sex dolls, telling black women that they're going to be replaced, well, you don't get to come back now and act like this didn't happen. You new motherfuckers in the space. That's why you need to shut the fuck up. You just heard Cynthia. You just heard Nyla. Too fucking bad.
And that's what I mean, going to do your research. If you're going to come on a platform and criticize, or you're going to come on a platform and say this guy or this girl is the best thing since the best content creator since sliced bread, do your homework. If you're going to go over there and criticize Cynthia G, criticize her about what she's talking about, not what she did or you do. Be specific. Because you heard Cynthia G say one time that black men ain't shit. Well, I had a issue with that. I've aired my grievance, and that was that. Now, because not everything that Cynthia G says is wrong. Even a busted clock is right twice a day. Not saying that she's wrong all the time, but I don't agree with everything she says, but that still doesn't mean that she's wrong on some issues. And you'll see why a little bit later on. But so far, you hear a man saying that there's men out there that says that they don't need a real woman. How is that possible? Yeah, you gonna make the money, but you mean to tell me it's this sex doll that's driving you to go make money? That's an addiction. That's not love. You can't love has got to be reciprocated. It's not a one-way street. There's no way that you can get affection from an inanimate object, no matter how hard you try. I don't give a fuck what you put in the back of the recording. I love you. That's all it's gonna say until you change the message.
Get caught up. Catch the fuck up and shut the fuck up. Because where we at with it, we really too far gone for somebody new to be coming in questioning us. We way too far ahead of that. You niggas years behind. I don't see the content about it. I ain't seen nobody for real talk about these sex doll videos. It's videos everywhere. Whether it's a motherfucker seeing somebody out in public with a sex doll and then taking a picture of them, or niggas on here outright saying it. And what I'm saying is, this was sold as a way to take shots at black women not too long ago. And there's no type of, we were wrong, we made a mistake. None of that. These niggas get to lay up with their sex dolls during the whole pandemic and then come out and say we high value. That's how that shit's supposed to work. Ain't nobody supposed to say nothing. They done laid up for the whole goddamn pandemic. Locked down, couldn't go nowhere. Laid up, ordered a fucking $3,000 sex doll. Spent months and months with it. And now all of a sudden the conversation has changed, so now they ain't got to acknowledge that fucking sex doll sitting in their closet. That ain't gonna happen with me, dog. Way to take shots at black women, not to.
And it ain't gonna happen with me either. Hey, what's up there, Art New Style? How you doing, good brother? And Classic Ruby, great seeing both of y'all in here. Yeah, folks, if I gave you a wrench down, you see those trolls in there, go ahead and boot their ass out right quickly, because I'm back and forth. I have to monitor the screen, the what I'm broadcasting from, and then come back in the lounge for every once in a while. So if you see them down there, get rid of their asses right quickly. I tell you, you're nobody. I guess you're nobody until you start getting trolls. Tragic, ain't it? Again, just what Taz was saying. When you start reporting shit like this going on right up under our noses, all of a sudden trolls come out the woodwork. You see them. So, exactly what he was talking about. The consequences of trying to tell people about what's going on. Good Lord.
Long ago, and there's no type of, we were wrong, we made a mistake. None of that. Side up, trying to get niggas to go buy them motherfuckers. Like I'm telling you, man, this shit is not no fucking game. Motherfuckers pushing around a sex doll in a wheelchair because what you gonna do, carry it? You gonna carry it?
Did y'all hear that? Motherfucker pushing shit around in a wheelchair. It's not to say that if you're wheelchair bound, that doesn't make you human. Look at this. Wouldn't you, if you were out in the street, folks, and you saw somebody pushing a doll in a wheelchair, wouldn't you look at that person strange? Would you be comfortable if you were getting in the elevator and a motherfucker rolled up with you with a sex doll in a wheelchair if you were a woman? Would you feel comfortable? I think not. But some folks act like this is a norm, and it's not. This is strange. This is an addiction. Okay, we're going to try and get you some help about the addiction, but some of you folks fight it tooth and nail like, ain't nothing wrong with me. That's some bullshit. Yeah, something wrong with you. If you're pushing around a sex doll in a wheelchair, yeah, something wrong with you.
This shit is really happening. It's an insult. Again, that the one person that does go ahead, take the time out, dig the videos up, show it, the disrespect comes my way all the time. How do you make it to this channel talking about a fucking gender war? I mean, think about that. How do you make it to this channel Talking about a motherfucking gender war.
Ain't that a good question? How do you go from talking about sex dolls replacing women to going over to another channel talking about a gender war? The doll ain't talking. So what you over here complaining about women for? Or sit in a panel with women complaining about other dudes? We're going to hit on that later on too. Complaining about what the ills of women when you not even dealing with women. You're in spaces where they talk about sex dolls as if they are real. You're sitting up in a panel with him, like, come on. I don't know who this brother here is, but
I don't do nothing but show the other half of the quote-unquote gender war you claim. See, this is the comment sections of these videos. There's heavy propagation, heavy support for this shit. Black men sitting around talking about sex dolls like it's okay, laughing, kikiing, joking about this shit. We don't even know these niggas. Like I said, it's 2021. Some more newer niggas is in the conversation. Nah, they ain't getting no views. But shouldn't we be happy for that?
true statement.
We don't even know these niggas.
Aren't you glad there ain't? Aren't you glad there ain't millions of views on these? Aren't you glad you keep it over? They keep stuff like this over on them porn sites. Aren't you glad that we aren't flooded when you go to your algorithms on YouTube that this shit don't pop up on your channel? Because as I was doing my research, just because I looked at one or two of those videos to get some information, they started popping up on my goddamn screen. The fuck? Shit, not on my worst day will I turn to a sex doll. Not on my worst day.
Or newer niggas is in the conversation. Nah, they ain't getting no views. But shouldn't we be happy for that? I mean, for real, we don't need this with 130,000 views either. That's what I'm saying, man. Is using a sex doll cheating? Yes, it's cheating. You're cheating God, nigga. You're cheating God. Fuck that. You ain't cheating on no woman. You cheating God. You cheating God out of a life that he created, nigga. What the fuck are you niggas doing? That nigga said, are you cheating on your woman? No, nigga, you're cheating God. To argue with one of you fucking morons about your love, desire, and need for a sex doll. I would love for that to happen on my channel today. That would be a great fucking thing.
And he ain't never lied about that. I would love for one of these guys to come over to my channel or to the radio station and explain to me what it is that they would think, or why they would think that this rubber doll, this hard plastic doll, this linoleum doll would replace a living, breathing woman. Whether she mad at you or not, I'm still trying to wrap my shamalama do down. Hey Shar, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We can always review these videos. Get your dumb ass up here if you want. All you got to do is let me know you want the link. I got you. You come up here and explain to me all of the woes that led you to spending $4,000 for a sex doll, nigga. Like I say, I ain't one of these niggas that's gonna hold your hand, fam. I'm gonna put this shit out here though. We gonna embarrass your motherfucking ass. So let me know if you need the link. Like I say, it would be better for you not to. It just would be better for you not to. Look at this shit right here. Look. Proverbs 21:19. Is Blue still down there? I mean, Blue know the Bible a little bit. So, man, my nigga, man, the Bible co-signs sex dolls. Does the Bible co-sign sex?
He went biblical on y'all. Show me in the Bible that it says thou shalt take up sex doll as your wife. Show me that. You got folks down there using Bible quotations, Bible proverbs to justify MGTOW, men going their own way using sex dolls. If that's the way y'all going, fuck that.
Dolls. It is better to dwell in the wilderness. Where my sister at? Ren, you down there? It's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. God damn. I tell you what, when I get done with this, let me hurry up and go get this bread and put it in this motherfucking woman's hand, because I don't want to be out in the wilderness, and I most certainly ain't about to get in no situation where she's contentious and angry at me. You know what I'm saying? So let me wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no telling how long it might be for she just snap off and get on some contentious shit. You know what I'm saying? To have a nigga like me out in the wilderness. Y'all know how it is on here. They keep telling y'all I'm gonna get put out.
I think he was being a bit funny right there, but he's right though. So you mean to tell me you would much rather have a sex doll than be in a relationship with a contentious woman? Not me. I'll take hell no for 200, Alex. Not me. Because you are not in a relationship. Let that sink in for a minute, you sex doll folks. You are not in a relationship. You like, or you're in love with a object that you went and bought at the store or online. Just like some of us are in love with our cars, but we don't take it to the extent of sticking a tallywhacker in it and putting wigs on it. We just polish it, keep the tires and chrome all up, talk to it while we rubbing it down, putting a good coat of wax on it, cleaning up the windows, putting some smell good up off in there. But we ain't pulling out our tallywhackers in our 1985 Grand Regal and saying, "Ooh, I got to have you." We riding in it. And take the keys out, leave it in the yard. It ain't coming into bed with us. I'm sorry, but if you're looking at it on the grand scheme of things, that's pretty much how you can put this. And, you know, some dude loves their toaster. I guess so. Some folks love their vacuum cleaners. I guess so. Swear by it.
Enough about the Bible to tell you the verse before or after that. I can't tell you the precept upon that precept. But I can tell you that sounds kind of fucked up, that a nigga can use that for a goddamn sex doll. Judas Redemption down there, do you hear this shit, nigga? That nigga using that argument for a motherfucking sex. I would rather dwell in the wilderness with a sex doll than go in the house and deal with her yelling and fussing and getting on my motherfucking nerves. I can't say that. I would rather not be in the wilderness, nigga. I know how to put my ear pods in. I know how to go out in the garage and lock the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will literally lock the doors. You won't even know I'm here, nigga. The fuck?
And he ain't never lied about that, folks. When I was married, if me and my significant other got into it, I found me a place to go till the air was clear, either on my side or her side. Where you been? Out in the garage. I ain't see you. I must have fell asleep in the car. But that's still, I'd much rather go through that 4 hours of disappearing acts than to replace a woman with or tried to replace, or even attempt to call myself in a relationship with a sex doll. That's right, Sean. You mind if I stroke? I don't mind. Because you ain't going to say nothing. You can't stop me. You can't even lift your arm up to, as they say, you can't even put the hand gate up. You don't use that hand gate to stop me when we
Shit, nigga, I'm gone, nigga. Car in the garage, I'm in the garage. I hear her come out here, and I get quiet as y'all niggas be having big problems. I don't, nigga. I go shut shit down. Nigga. I turn every light off in this motherfucker and put my earbuds in, nigga. And come back out about 4 hours later. Where you been? In the garage. I came out there, yeah, I had locked the door and shit, dozed off. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, nah, nigga, you get on my fucking nerves.
See that? That's exactly what I mean. In reality, instead of me arguing with you because you was getting on my fucking nerves, I disappeared for a while. You can't argue if I'm not here. Give you time to calm down. Now, if you want to talk rationally, we can. In the meantime, if you mad at the sex doll, who you really mad at? If you come in yelling at the sex doll, who you really yelling at? Your damn self. And you don't find nothing wrong with that. I can understand if you on a deserted island for years and years and years, and the pumpkin or the coconut start looking good, and you drew a face on it. I can understand that. Or if you was the last person on earth, and you just happened to go into a shop and you see one of the mannequins, and you ain't nobody else around, so you might as well pretend. You know, have conversations to keep your vocal cords working, just in case one day you run into somebody. I'm going way off left to try to figure out any reason to why you would do what we talking about right now.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I would understand if you niggas was white boys. I would get it. You see this white boy right here? White boy got a whole channel with a bunch of sex dolls on the channel with him. I would understand if you were white. I would get it. White dudes do weird shit. Weird shit happens. We can't trust what white boys do. It's real. Okay? He's got the sex doll channel. A whole channel dedicated not just to the love of sex dolls, but you have the sex dolls on the panel with you. You loaded all your devices up and put all of the sex dolls on the stream yards with you.
What kind of shit is that? You load up all your devices. You have several cameras trained on inanimate objects like they're about to say something on a stream yard. Like they're about to have a conversation with you. And the motherfuckers that's live on the stream with you don't see nothing wrong with that. Y'all see him sitting up there with a sex doll in his lap a little bit later on. And nobody on the stream found that strange. Some of the comments was even saying, wow, she's a pretty little thing. The fuck? But we're going to talk about that too. Notice that I used little thing. Because a lot of these sex dolls, when you see them, they have young female features about them. Young faces, young bodies. Teen. When I say teen, I mean preteen features. But those are the kind of things that the sex dolls that they dress up. You'll see. Go and look for yourself. Go online and go Google and type in sex doll and start looking at some of the physical features of these sex dolls. Go look for yourself.
If you was one of these motherfuckers right here, I would understand. We could sit back and look at this and say, man, look at these motherfuckers, man. But sadly, you niggas co-signing this shit. You niggas are here co-signing this shit. Investing in sex dolls and future sex robots. That's black pill. Let's get it, man. There you go. Let's get it.
Exactly. So would the world be better with men who understand their limitations and act accordingly, or men that are just slaves to their passions and impulses because it satisfies what people think they should do?
Understand, this is the problem. Kevin Samuels jumped his gay ass up there and co-signed this dude on a live panel with a sex doll on a stream about black women being replaced by sex dolls. Understand that. The thing is that black women are going to be replaced because these sex dolls are so much better and more compatible for you. So he hopped his gay ass up there and co-signed this weird ass conversation back in 2020 though. See, as niggas start getting popular, they stop popping up everywhere.
Land sakes. That's exactly what I mean. Here it is, the guru of relationships on streams telling women, black women, that they gonna die alone, is on a stream co-signing along with the game changer, the guy who says that every woman that he meets, it's an honor for them to have his tallywagger up in them. These two guys are on a panel in the center right there with a white dude with a sex doll front and center. But that's their hero. That's who they had to protect at all costs. Do your fucking homework. It didn't take much for, I'm sure it didn't take much for Taz to find this, and it damn sure didn't take me long to find it. All I had to do was wait. And wait for Taz to talk about it. And there it is. 2020. This is 2021. I know it's December, but goddamn, we don't forget. Our memories ain't that short, is it? But I guess so, because we're not even talking about Ahmaud Arbery anymore, are we? Not even talking about George Floyd anymore, are we? Except for it's in passing. But this shit right here is front and center. This shit right here popped up in my YouTube algorithms. Like I wanted to talk up and see about this shit. What the fuck? YouTube?
See, this is January 2020. This is before he became the high value man of YouTube who gets 1 million subs and XYZ views. Yeah, this is before all of that. This is before that. Yeah, this is before all of that. This is before that.
Hey, what's good, Chaos? I'm not exactly sure whose channel this is on. I'm not sure where Taz got his information from, but you know, I took it back that research as far as that, so I'm not exactly sure whose panel it's on. I know one damn thing: I don't want to know, because I'm not going there. That's for damn sure.
And so, make me understand how this nigga now can tell you about women when he was literally telling this man. Matter of fact, listen to it. Listen to it.
That's all I was saying. You just reaffirming what I said this whole time was that we have to be more focused on our purpose and being disciplined as opposed to always chasing our earthly pleasures, man.
Okay, so him having his doll helps him focus.
Right, he compared it to master.
Listen to that shit. Listen to this. Y'all hear that gay ass nigga? Him having his doll helps him focus. Just so there's no mystery here. Iron Kitty Cat on the super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, there is no mystery here. None. This nigga co-signing. He's co-signing. And that, this nigga co-signing. He's co-signing. And that in itself, I need you to get back to that person. Stop talking this big money shit like y'all pulling women and y'all got the experience. You was sitting on there talking to niggas who gave up. These niggas had gave up.
Facts and realities. And I'll say facts and realities again. These niggas gave up. They gave up on women because, one, they couldn't attain the woman that they got or they wanted, or they couldn't obtain a woman, period. These niggas gave up. And they still wanted some kind of feminine companionship, so the closest thing they could get to it was to go buy a sex doll. These niggas gave up. And Taz is absolutely right. Here you are. Thousands and thousands. If Kevin Samuels popped on the stream right now, thousands and thousands of people be watching him. Although, less than a year ago, because it's not even January yet, less than a year ago, he was co-signing black women to be replaced by sex dolls. Talking about it's the way he focuses. No, Linus had a blanket. They tried to take that shit from him too, didn't they? Can you take your sex doll to work with you? Is that how you're going to focus at work? What is he focusing on? His sex life? While you're sitting at your computer typing your whatchamacallit, are you looking over at your sex doll saying, what do I do next? Or you just got your sex doll standing up in the corner or in the closet waiting for you to come hump on it again? How do you focus? How does that make you focus? Kevin, the great relationship guru, I'd like to know. I would think that's a crutch. That's what I think psychiatrists would call it, a crutch.
Oh yeah. Let me see. We got Tisha. We got Lori. We got CJ. We got. What do you mean? What did you just click into? You just clicked into Kevin Samuels selling sex dolls. What do you mean? Oh, so now we just don't even know what we see on the screen. We just gonna play games and act like we don't know what we see. Down in the left corner is Kevin Samuels. The person that's running the stream is Game Changer. Next to Game Changer is a man by the name of Zen. Zen operates with a sex doll by the name of Yumi that looks like a little.
Well, there goes your answer, Chaos. It's Game Changer's stream. Game Changer. Picture that. What game was he trying to change?
Girl. Next to him is a person by the name of Royal who's just simply saying, hey, there's some weird shit y'all niggas on. And so sadly, everybody's against the only man up there with some fucking sense.
The only man.
That's why you see Taz going in. I ain't gonna get up there and be playing with niggas. You see me on the panel, I'm gonna be like, y'all niggas gay, you niggas bitches, you look dumb, you niggas fake as fuck, stay your bitch ass away from us. You the reason why. You gonna hear me wilding. Because if you do it nicely, they'll disrespect you and make it sound like something wrong with you. Listen.
Always chasing our earthly pleasures, man.
Okay, so him having his doll helps him focus.
Right, he compared it to masturbating, and I said masturbating is not good for you, just like the doll.
But do you understand that depending on what point in time
you leave out the word excessively? Oh, right quick, you left out the word excessively.
Well, I mean, we have to approach that too, because I mean, we will. You may consider what
6 men sitting there with a sex doll talking about jacking off. See what I'm saying? Like for real.
6 men sitting on a panel talking with a sex doll, looking like a little girl, talking about jacking off and getting super chatted and getting money. Hit the link. Kevin Samuels. Y'all heard him. That's why I played it again. That's who is they're about to say, talking about Tyler Perry is about to put on stage. Kevin Samuels got to be saved at all costs. We got to protect him at all costs because he tells it like it is. Did he tell you that he was at one time preaching that black women be replaced by sex dolls? Not sex dolls, white sex dolls. Come on, motherfuckers. Shit. I tell you what, my left and my right hand would be wore the fuck out before I spent $7,000 on a sex doll. Believe that. It would be even more wore out from slapping the shit out of myself from taking advice from Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, man, this ain't this ain't nothing everybody else doing with their content, dog. Ain't nobody finna sit here and show you this shit. Man, I wish I could. I wish I wouldn't even. I wish I just wouldn't even have heard any of this. I wish I could have came to the space after the sex doll incident, and I wish I was oblivious because I'm not, and so I feel at fault if I'm not talking about it or showing it or.
What's up, BMT? How you doing?
All the chemicals that come with sex, therefore you don't actually get the proper release. When I have sex with her, as a woman, so I get more chemicals.
Listen, folks, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but I do read. And from my reading over my years, 50 plus years of being on this earth, I know there's certain things, there's certain chemical reactions that happens to a woman when you ejaculate inside of her, whether she becomes pregnant or not. One of them that I do know, and this is scientific fact, if you and your woman are engaged in an argument and you go and have intercourse with your woman and you ejaculate inside her, that acts as a calming agent for her. If I'm wrong, if I'm completely wrong, please go and correct me what parts of it I'm wrong about. But there is a chemical reaction that happens to a woman when you ejaculate inside her, a calming agent, so to speak. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. But I think I'm almost right about that. Might not be 100%, but I'm in the high 90s.
And I get emotional attachment because of the sex that I have with her. It's way different. It's not the same as masturbation, but you can equate it to masturbation. But you have a different chemical relationship. Let's do this.
Let's argue over the benefit of a sex doll. That's what I'm saying, man. Like y'all see this, right? Just because you can. Like that's some lame shit.
Okay, but I don't even do that because I run circles around any when it comes to knocking holes. But
I hate to keep interrupting these streams like this when they're talking, but did you hear this? You are on a stream that has a sex doll front and center, and you gonna tell another group of men worshiping sex dolls that you'll run circles around them when it comes to the hoes. You that motherfucker that went to a hoe house with $300 in your pockets and still couldn't buy no pussy. That's why you was running circles. Because there's no way nobody on this panel, you can tell me, is interested in some real live coochie.
Contest another day. No, because you're saying that in a facetious tone, basically saying, "Oh, you have a queen, so I'm fucking you married man."
So right quick, Benjamin. Right quick, Benjamin. Hold up, right quick. Wait, Benjamin, right quick, Benjamin. Hey. What happened to all that Zen talk? What happened to all that higher purpose than pussy talk? What happened to that, greater purpose? Now, how did that turn into I fuck more hoes than all you motherfuckers? Let's put it to the test. Like, Roy, what's going on? What happened to procreating only? What happened to sex is only for procreating and all that shit?
And he's talking about I had to put let me put up with I had to put that.
These niggas weird as fuck, man. This is the type of shit that I'm saying, like, you could ignore it, but that don't mean it's not happening.
Okay. Just real quick, Charlie, because he flipped the table with the I can pull more bitches than you and tried to have a dick measuring contest before I actually nailed this motherfucker to the cross. Now, back to the question.
Did y'all hear that?
Go ahead.
I see my mic's acting up a little bit. Right back.
Ain't no homo or nothing, bro. But y'all just be like just pulling out anywhere in front. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?
Back to the question I was trying to ask. Now, seeing that these bitches have all this power to run rampant and gallivant throughout the society.
Yeah,
bitch ain't got no power over me. It sounds like a personal problem. Okay, whatever.
Let her
be that king of Dolomites, of iceberg slim ass nigga. Be that as it may, are you willing to incorporate grassroots social implications to punish said females for the
I didn't even finish the question, but I didn't even finish the question, sir.
Okay.
Are you ready to implement grassroots social conditionings, social mores to punish women for their philandering and their gallivanting and their, how you say, treasonous actions against the man whom they made vows to death do us part? Are you willing to do that, sir?
Made vows to. The men they made vows to, these unmarried women that he's referring to. Dumb niggas. Just saying anything. Black women ain't made no motherfucking vows to no goddamn black community, nigga. What wrong with these dumbass internet ass niggas? What you get this shit from? You know, they ain't required to keep it real or none of that. Shit is crazy.
Of course I am.
Okay, so with that said, are you willing to excommunicado each and every woman who has ever divorced a man? Are you willing to do that? So that means if you have a sister who was married to a man who made vows to stick with that man through sickness and health, and she breaks those vows and she files for divorce, are you willing to excommunicate your own sister, sir?
Yeah. Now what else?
Did you hear this, folks? Let me pause. Did you hear this nigga say he was willing to excommunicate his own damn sister? Did you hear that? I'm getting a little feedback on my mic, so let me go back and let this continue to play, folks. We'll be right back.
Greater purpose. Now, how did that turn into I fuck more hoes than all you motherfuckers? Let's put it to the test. Like, Roy, what's going on? What happened to sexes for procreating only? What happened to sex is only for procreating on that shit?
Let me put up.
These niggas weird as fuck, man. This is the type of shit that I be saying, like, you could ignore it, but that don't mean it's not happening.
Okay. This point gets refuted by the 46% suicide rate between divorced men who go through this shit.
Bro, he ain't committed suicide.
All of them weren't beta males, bro. There's guys really killing themselves over this shit that this dude has went through.
Tyler, all of them
literally smoke themselves.
All them niggas beta.
Every year. You said they beta?
Niggas beta as fuck. They what they could have did with them niggas shit.
Right. And that's fucked up right there, even because, like, I don't believe in holding hands, but if a nigga done killed himself over a woman, like, although I can understand why you would say that's beta, that you're also speaking from the male space, though. Remember, this is the space that's supposed to be here for men, and me and this, and me and that, and me and first, and me. But that's how they feel for real. Soon as they don't like a nigga, soon as a nigga say something they don't agree with, they'll throw that nigga under the bus quick. Don't come in hiring me. You late than a motherfucker. Talking about some hey Taz. You late as hell. We ain't doing that. Go back to the beginning of the video. Listen to it at fast speed. And when you get up here, you know what I'm saying? Now let me quit. What's good? What's up with you, man? But yeah, man, this shit is crazy. And again, you only got one person up here speaking logically. Everybody else on this motherfucker tripping.
Big time tripping.
And they wouldn't have to do none of that. You keep your gun in your pants, nigga. That's what holds your pants up. You don't shoot yourself with your gun, nigga. You put that shit in your pants.
Your gun. Your gun. Huh. What? Hold on. Okay, so I see now. My smoke for Taz is, what will these men do? What will these guys do if they can't have the doll? He's asking for a bigger problem. No, see, what I'm telling you is if a motherfucker got this doll he's going to do something eventually anyway. That's what I'm saying. See, you thinking about the doll as a preventive measure. I'm thinking about the doll as stalling it because eventually it's going to happen anyway. See what I'm saying? I don't look at the doll as you're preventing something from happening by having the doll. No, nigga. You ain't preventing a motherfucking thing. And you ain't preventing shit from.
And again, another great point by Taz right there, folks. I think we got this squared away on the mic. I think let me turn it up just a little bit in the background over there. Yep, there we go. So, folks, I think Taz hits it square on it. This is a accident. Well, I won't say accident. This is a horror show waiting to happen. A lot of these men, this is just a prelude to them going out and actually kidnapping somebody, or kidnapping a little girl, kidnapping. We've heard about it before. Think about all these cases where this one guy kidnapped this young girl and held her captive for how long? And what, it was in Ohio and California and all different kind of places. I guarantee at somewhere point in time they had a sex doll. This is one of those a prelude to a crime. Setting it up, as they say, they don't have a living, breathing entity to work themselves up to it. But I'm in agreement with Taz right there. This is not a preventive measure. This is preparation for these folks. This is not normal. This is, folks, this buying a sex doll and using a sex doll. That's one thing. But buying a sex doll and saying that this sex doll is replacing women is something completely different. I want y'all to understand about what I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about the occasional freak who go down to the $8 bookstore, buy a pocket pussy or something like that and use it to masturbate with. No, I'm not talking about that at all. I'm not even talking about the curious guy who say, I wonder what it's like to have a sex doll, or not even the guy that occasionally say, I can't get no pussy, so I buy a sex doll every once in a while. I'm talking about these guys right here that'll sit up on a live stream and tell you that a black woman will eventually be replaced by a sex doll. And then you hear him in another stream some months later talking about black women supporting him. And we let him get away with that. That makes sense to some folks. I'm not knocking Kevin Samuels' hustle, but I'm not saying I'm not going to be no damn fool either. I do my research on some things, and this would be one of them. If I was going to support Kevin Samuels in the monetary value that I've seen some of these folks supporting him, I would have done my homework on him, and this would have been a question I would have brought front and center. What you mean? Even Brittany Renier had a Tasha K had a sit down with him. Nobody brought this up. Why not? Why did it take Taz to bring this up? Why did it take me to bring this up? Somebody gonna come over to the stream later on, listen to talking about, I'm mad at you. Well, what you mad at me for? Because you talked shit about the boss. You talked shit about the man. Even what's his name, TLA, when Kevin Samuels came in the room the other day and I was looking at the stream, they was like bowing down to him. They didn't do their homework. I'm sorry, TLA, but I can't get with you on that little introduction you gave Kevin Samuels the other day either. I call it out on both sides, folks. Ain't no way in hell you're going to jump on my panel without me asking you that question, Kevin Samuels. So let me ask you, Kevin Samuels, through all your success and all your accolades and the different things that you're doing with your streams and all that, when's going to be the day that the sex doll's going to take over? You going to hold a stream about that? You didn't say that? Oh no, click. I'm just saying.
Having it like that doll don't mean a fucking thing other than shit that's gonna get worse. Like it's just a cover up until you get yourself in that back alley with that woman you can take advantage of. It's just to hold you down until you actually get the balls to go kidnap that little girl. You don't want that conversation with me, bro. I don't even want to get you up here and embarrass you like that, fam. Like for real, like think about what you're saying. There's no reason for this to be necessary. You don't need no motherfucking sex doll, nigga. The fuck?
especially not one that looks like a child.
Can't argue with that. A sex doll is not a need.
Yeah.
Let me pause that. A sex doll is not a need. A sex doll is a want. I want a sex doll. That's what those folks are saying. I need oxygen. I need food. I need shelter. A sex doll is a want, especially with a price tag of $7,000. And I understand what you're saying, Chaos. Yeah, but you know, okay, like taking your in your stream for instance, my man, who does the research for you? I know TLA doesn't do his own research, so that would have been even more appropriate. Like that would have been something that maybe he should have talked about a little bit later on. He has a team of folks that puts his stuff together. We do this on our own. We're most of the content creators are one-man bands. We do the research, we do the music, we do the follow-up, we do the advertising, we do all of that. So if I have time and if Taz has time to go out and pull at these little tidbits of information, I'm sure someone as big as TLA can find somebody that has the time. See what I'm saying?
You get at these hoes.
Right, yeah, when them courts shred your ass to pieces, you can say that.
Bro, fuck them courts, man. I walk in the motherfucking courtroom, nigga, man, fuck them courts, nigga. I come in there, you know what I'm saying? I just stand on my motherfucking 10 toes, you know what I'm talking about? And if you hold
I can tell Zero trolling right now.
Yeah. Because he was saying this earlier, and now he's saying all this nonsense. Yeah, I got
dude. You cannot say that. I know, bro. I have literally been shredded by the courts, bro. $3,500 in child support alimony, $4,000 payments every month, bro. You're not gonna fucking here and tell me that these niggas are alpha in that shit, bro.
Hey, shit, man.
You're not gonna alpha a bitch when she has the power to literally shred your ass to pieces and make you a that servant.
Ain't got no power over you, nigga.
Listen, Tyler. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying about none of that. Why are y'all coming at me about some stuff that I ain't talking about?
No, I'm not.
And see, folks, if you listen to this stream, and that's why I let this play for a little while. If you listen to them, you get an understanding of why they're trying to replace women with sex dolls. Their grip on life and reality has not dealt them a good hand. Either they were in a bad relationship, they're still bitter over the relationship, or they're not in touch with their children, or they haven't, they're out of touch with reality as far as their court system, or they feel that child support was too harsh on them. Well, all of those reasons that they gave, folks, all of those reasons, there's thousands and thousands of men here in the United States that go through the same shit every day. But none of them, well, I can't say none of them, but the majority of them do not resort to replacing women with sex dolls. You just go find one that's evenly yoked with you. You can't blame if you're in relationship after relationship and it's not working out. Maybe it's not the women that you dating. Maybe it's you. Maybe you are the common denominator of why your relationships are not working. Take a look at yourself. Or maybe your frequency is low, as they say, and that's what you're attracting, low frequency people. Or maybe your frequency is immorally or morally corrupt. You are a product of your environment. You are what you hang around. Case in point, here in the YouTube streets, after a while of going to a different stream here and a different stream here and a different stream there, you start seeing some of the same cast of characters in different streams. And when I'm saying cast of characters, you start to see familiarity to them. Like, again, I was in the TLA stream the other day, and I saw a lot of the content creators that I listen to in this stream. They all had was saying what they're saying, but I guarantee it, if TLA was talking about the sex doll traffic and stuff like this, there would have been more than thousands of, there would have been all kinds of trolls up off in there. So these folks around here, they get mad and they shoot the messenger at what they put in front of us. You heard them. That's all they were complaining about for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Taz's stream was 6-7 hours long, folks. There's no way in hell I could have sat through that. I sat through at least 4 or 5 hours to get this footage. But it was horrific at some of the things I was hearing these guys say. But it all makes sense to why they believe that sex dolls will replace, especially in some black men's case. We've still got that to get to why they think that sex dolls are going to replace women. No way. Soft and it's smelling good and is sometimes as contentious as a woman is. Why would you want to replace that with something that's just sitting there with a blank stare on his face? The little idiosyncrasies of every woman, if she leaves an elevator and you know just like you know who that woman was, even you don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Or you go into the local corner market or the corner store and the pretty cashier that you don't mind going to is always there. Go stand up there. You get mad when you got to go through the self-checkout at Walmart now. And these niggas is replacing women with sex dolls. Let that make sense.
Coming at you, just do the thing. Anybody period. It's like you cannot look past. You cannot look past the analytical data, bro. There are dudes who do everything right and still get sent to fucking court, bro, because bitches have the power to go to another nigga's house.
That's what it is. You have the power to go to another nigga's house.
That's the analytical data, bro. There are dudes who do everything right and still get sent to fucking court, bro, because
and still get sent to court. They do everything right. There are dudes. Now these be the niggas with no kids, the niggas who ain't been through it. These always the niggas out here saying this shit. When the experienced person starts talking, you know, me.
Or me, nobody wants to hear it. Because everything they say is there some truth to what they're saying? Yeah, there's some. But let me just go ahead and say this about the child support industry, because that's basically what it is. It is an industry, and the reason why it's so one-sided now is because deadbeats made it that way. And you know, as in this case, one bad apple spoiling the bunch. It does, because when you go to the court system, they don't see you as out there doing your due. They see you, the only thing they see you as another person in here that's got to be forced to pay child support. So once it gets to the court system, no matter what, you just got to live with it now. And if you base your whole life on living under something that's unfair, or because you're sending your children too much money, again, self-reflection. Check yourself out. I've been in this system, folks. My children are grown. Understand that? My children are grown. Gone. Been gone. But still, there's still some residuals that have to be dealt with. Not because I was a deadbeat dad or didn't want to take care of my responsibilities. It's because that's how the court system is set up, to catch all those other motherfuckers. And you just happen to be in the trap with them. Personal information, of course, you know, they say when you go to court, when they say you are in contempt of court and they send you a summons and you get put in jail or you get held on whatever for whatever, it's not something, it's like one of those, if you've been in the Marine Corps, it's like Article 34, the catch-all. Article 134, the catch-all. Even though you really didn't do anything wrong, the mere fact that you're in this situation says I got to do something to you. A lot of people say go get another job. Well, let me clarify that part up too, because you'll hear a few more comments about this, so let me get to it. When you are placed on child support, folks, at the end of the year, we all know that you are required to pay taxes. Say if you making a job, I'm just using this figure, say if your job is paying you 50 grand a year, and you're making 50 grand a year, and you go out and get another job that's paying you 30 grand a year, you are responsible. Your income Your taxable income is $80,000. The money that they take from you in child support or in insurance for your children, all that does not count towards reducing your taxes. That is a fact. Unless you are the custodial parent. Unless you are the parent that's taking the child's taking care of the child's day-to-day needs, and one or two things until the child is 18, or if the child decides to go to school, till the child graduates from said higher learning, you're responsible. And it's the same thing, whether someone forces you to do it or someone doesn't force you to do it, you are still responsible for the well-being of your offspring. And I don't understand why some people get upset at that. They came to my job, and I have to tell this because you can't talk about other people and don't tell about yourself. Came to my job, told me that I wasn't paying enough. Not that I wasn't paying, that I wasn't paying enough. Took me down to the local courthouse. Judge says 30 days. And what do they call that? Where you get to leave in the morning and got to come back in the evening. Work release. 30 days in work release. But why they put me in work release? Because it's a money thing. Because the whole time that you're in work release for those 30 days, at the end of the week, you have to pay for your room and boarding. Also, you have to still maintain your child support. Also, you still have to maintain the job that you're at. These are some of the pitfalls that some folks go through in the state of Georgia. This is where I had my pitfalls at, so that's what I'm explaining. But also, when they put you in said work release, you have to report to where you're at, where you're going, and why you're going. And for those who know me know that I'm a landscaper. And so it's no saying where you're going, how you're going, why you're going. So one day they came to a place that I said I was at, and I moved on to the next job. According to them, I had absconded. That was a reason to give me another 30 days. No, it was my money that they were after. So it wasn't the fact that I wasn't paying child support. It wasn't for the fact that it was in the best interest of the child. It was the best interest for the state to keep me in work release for as long as they possibly could. Because my paycheck stubs clearly showed that I was working. Paycheck stub clearly showed that I'm a viable community part of my community, that I'm not some deadbeat dad. All this simply because they said I wasn't paying enough. See how it works out? It's a catch-all. Unfortunately, the good has to suffer with the bad. But you never hear me complaining about that. It's over and done. It's a part of life that's way back then, but you got 30, 40, 50-year-old men talking about, I still ain't got all my child support from my daddy. When I see the nigga, I want it. What? You still got women laid up in the cut saying, I'm going to the child support agency to get that back money because he still owe me from 1997. What? So some of what they're saying is truth, but these niggas take it to the extreme to where they try to replace their ills and their heartaches with a sex doll. Enough about me.
Motherfuckers get mad. It's weird as fuck. Niggas sitting up here with maybe a total of 2 kids out of the 6 motherfuckers on the panel. 2 kids, 1 wife, and a sex doll. Right, because SKC married to that dirty agent. So you got 2 kids, 1 wife, a sex doll, and 6 men. That's the situation we in.
Bitches have the power to go to another nigga's house. Yeah. They can go straight to another nigga dick, go to court, be like, okay, no fault divorce. Oh, he domestically abused me, or he financially abused me. They can literally lie on your ass to get out of that situation.
Yeah, they can. And if you don't spend the money to lawyer up, you going to jail right from family court.
Yo, ain't nobody trying to hear all that.
You going to jail right from family court.
Hey, lovely peace. How are you? Good to see you. And actually, on that particular statement, he is absolutely true. But the reason why you went to jail is because you are, when you get that summons and you go to jail, when you show up at court, the reason why why you got the summons is because you are in contempt of court. And it's the judge's discretion at that point in time for him to say, okay, you owe $400. You know what? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. But wait a minute. He goes to the next guy, and you $27,248 in the arrears. You think I'm gonna let you go back out in the street and do nothing? No, I'm gonna put you in a place where I know your ass gonna go to work for a couple every day. And that's another catch-all. Because when you're in work release, you have to have a job. And they only go give you a week to find one before they put you in county for 60 days. That's Georgia. So some of the horror stories that you hear about child support, they are true. It just depends on what state you're in. And I can verify this. But yes, straight from court, straight to the jail. Bailiff, when you hear if you're in child support court and you hear the judge say that, bailiff, chances are you're going to jail that day. Yeah. And that's from what I've seen with my own eyes, not talking you from secondhand experience. Yeah. Georgia, folks, is one of the, when it comes to child support laws, Georgia is one of the most nastiest states in the world there is. I got to say that. And that's because I've been in the system and because I know of other brothers and heard their stories of while they were in this same situation with me. Now, I'm not talking about brothers that ain't got no job that just hang out in the street all day. I'm talking about hard-working men that go to work every day, that provide for, whatever. Even though this relationship that they had didn't work, they moved on. They're married. They got other things going on in their life. The state of Georgia don't care.
Damn, the system has changed.
Yeah, it has, bro.
Here's my doctor.
We might need a doctor.
Damn, the system has changed, man. You say niggas going straight to jail from family court now?
Yeah, they are.
Say the judge be like, nah, she got custody. Matter of fact, nigga, you don't even need to be free. Lock his ass up.
No, again, it's not the custody that's in question, because if you're coming to court and you're on the defense side, you are the non-custodial parent. So it's not the custody that's involved. It's the amount of money, the amount of child support that you didn't pay. And now you got to come to court and tell the judge why you can't pay. Can you show just cause that you're not able-bodied to go out and work? That's what that's about.
That's how they doing it now, man.
And if you don't spend the money to lawyer up, you going to jail right from family court.
Yo, ain't nobody trying.
If you don't come to family court with a lawyer, you going to jail. My nigga, if you already got a fucking warrant out and you're in family court because you ain't paid your child support, you might go to jail. That's the only fucking scenario. That's the only one I can see. If you already have a child support order that you ain't paying, and then you go to court. These niggas dumb as fuck and have no idea what they're talking about.
He is correct on that point also.
Man, I got 9 uncles. They ain't never had them issues with, I don't know, man.
All your uncles come straight.
And they military. They all Marine and Navy.
They're all Dolomite.
Dude, there are literally military vets who have to pay out 50% of their pension after they retire to a district board.
In the military, so they got to pay out 50% of their pension. Damn.
Well, that's a lie. Survey said that's a lie. No. When you're in the military, there's such thing called an allotment. Once you're out of the military, and if not unless there's some kind of reason why you're getting a pension, that's not true. Child support is the military does no, it's not true. Not true. There's no person that retired from the military that has, listen to that. If you retired from the military, chances are you are in your what? Think about this. You got to serve at least 20 years to retire. Say you retired 20 to 25 years to say you retired. Not that you got out of the military, to say that you retired from the military. So if you had a kid when you were 20 and you served till you served 30 years, how old are you when you got out, when you retired from the military? That don't mean you don't go to work somewhere else, because you're still at 55. A lot of folks are still working at 55, but you're retired from the military. You put your time in. Now you're going to go to the civilian world. You might go get a job out after that, but you are still retired from the military, and you are retired to all the you are entitled to all the benefits of said military, of being retired, health, dental, all that good stuff. If you have a medical discharge, another reason why child support cannot touch that. Now, these are not guess. I'm not guessing at these. These are facts. Okay, so he lied.
Is that true?
Nope.
That's fucked up.
No, that's not true, Taz.
Let Tyler rock real quick.
Let me
hold on. I want to get this straight. Because he just brought up an anecdotal, motherfucking.
Fuck that nigga just shit. It don't matter, bro.
Talking about his 9 uncles. So you mean to tell me all your 9 uncles were extremely jawline and had game and had swag juice over 9,000 and had absolutely no problems with women?
One of my
Is that what you're telling me, sir?
is like a New Franklin, and he ain't even got no issues compared to that.
I wish I was on the panel with that nigga when he was talking to that. Let me say something. Listen, folks. That's called confidence. Listen, I will never pat my back on to say that I'm Billy D. Williams or some of these handsome movie stars, Denzel Washington or Shamar Moore, all these other movie stars that these ladies croon over and fall out and swoon over. But I'm not one of them motherfuckers who had a problem with catching a woman either. Not to say I got the game of games. What's up, Don Teasy? Not like I'm saying like I'm like my man Don Teasy who got the women beating him off with a stick. No. Don Teasy walked through, the only man I know on YouTube that's got his theme music behind him. But seriously though, just kidding with you, Don Teasy. But these guys here, just like Taz said earlier, these niggas have given up. They have given the fuck up. Again, I got to use Lil Wayne as an example. If Lil Wayne can talk a woman out some coochie, any man on this planet can. It's not about your looks sometimes, fellas. And there's a lot of women out there don't give a fuck what you look like. Well, I won't say that. There's some women out there don't give a fuck what you look like, what you got, what you're doing. What you gonna do for us? How can you take care of me as a woman, which seems to be, to me some days now, almost blasphemous to say. Thank you for the word down in the chat room. I was looking, I just happened to see it. Appreciate that, sure. Almost blasphemous to say that I want to take care of a woman and my children. That I don't mind taking care of my woman, whether she's my wife or my girlfriend. It's almost fucked up to say that on the stream, because you now become a simp for doing what most men want to do anyway. Grow up, go to some college, find a good job, one or the other, go in the military, find us a woman, have us a couple kids, and it's going on off into that good night. Grow old. I come visit you at your grave. If you leave first, you come visit me at my grave if I leave first. I think that's the ultimate goal of most men. I know that's mine. Well, it was. It didn't happen that way, but I'm not bitter, and I'm damn sure not running to the adult bookstore to buy me a plastic doll. But these guys, And then you hear the one guy say, hey, all your uncles is jawline. You ain't got to be jawline. You don't have to be 6'1", tall, dark, and handsome to know the pleasures of a woman. You don't. Ladies, y'all agree with that? Fellas, what say you? I know it. I remember. No, I won't tell you that story. See there? Almost pulled a goddamn boogie on y'all. No, hell no. Nobody flipping me over, licking my ass for an hour. Hell no.
Yeah, he about to be the next person.
Oh shit.
You can look at history, bro.
That's what the shit they argue about. Listen to the shit these weird ass niggas argue about.
Kings that had troubles with bitches, but they done ran kingdoms, bro.
So, bro, I'm not saying the problem isn't inevitable. I'm just saying that I know guys that don't have the same issues. I've met guys that had them same issues too. It don't apply to everybody.
What I'm trying to get to you is that, dude, there are literally guys in the military right now who have been divorced who have to pay out 50% of their fucking military retirement to bitches after they retire, bro. For the rest of their life.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, you coming at me with too many facts and logic and shit, man.
I'm telling you, for them to get out of that shit, they have to serve a full 4 years.
I don't care about Pete Herman going through hell with a bitch. I don't give a fuck about Napoleon Dynamite going through hell with no fucking bitch.
And understand, they doing all this arguing and fighting and bickering as the sex doll continues to just sit there and watch. Y'all see the sex doll sitting there just watching?
Game, because that's not a strategy on how to deal with the situation. That's basically saying that it's your fault for getting yourself into a situation. Kind of like when you're in the military and they teach you like how not to step on a landmine. Instead of, and that is actual game. Hold on right quick.
Why do all of their analogies be way the fuck off? How the fuck did you get to a landmine?
Hold on right quick.
Why do all of their analogies be way the fuck off? How the fuck did you get to a landmine?
That's what I want to know, Taz. That's why I had you ask it twice. How the fuck did you get to a landmine? And if you listen to this guy that's talking, I do believe that's Game Changer. Do he sound like the most masculine motherfucker on the group? Does it sound like he chasing women? Does it sound like he wants some coochie tonight? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I gotta call it like I see it. But here it is. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes and a sex doll that looks like a little bitty girl with a blank stare listening to that. And you wonder why they say not everybody should have a stream on YouTube. That's why. It's motherfuckers like that shouldn't have no stream. Because if I'm correct, this is the same dude that had to go out of the United States with a stove to get some coochie. As my good friend Dre would say, in a dirty foot country. Make it make sense. Try it.
How did, like, come on, bro. Like, you jumped to a landmine?
Y'all hear how you said that? A landmine? I cracked up on that too, Taz. A landmine? So that basically, as they say in the old school, so that means you went from sugar to shit. A landmine? No comparison. None. Hey, Simply Neek, how are you? Good to see you. Always a pleasure having you. Let's get back to this right here. A landmine? But this is the guys that they follow.
Quick, hold on right quick. That's actual game. That's actual advice. However, you the type of sergeant or leader or whatnot to be like, oh, you a dumbass nigga for stepping on the landmine in the first place. If you knew some real game, your ass wouldn't have stepped on the shit to begin with. That's you. You see how unhelpful that shit is?
Like,
I
you
don't-
motherfucker, you. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't want to come off like that. I don't want to be that sergeant, but let me just say this though: for the average
Well,
guy,
that's what you just did by blaming him for picking wrong.
no, it's not blaming him for picking wrong. It's just that he had an unfortunate scenario. He had lack of experiences from what it sounds like. You've been married most of your life, correct or not?
It's not even.
You've been married your whole life.
Bro.
You had
It
lack of
does not
experience.
matter if you get a uniform, bro. You can get a good girl.
Nobody has experience. Nobody has experience until they get married. Nobody has experience.
Oh, let me go back to that uniform comment. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. And okay, I gotta say it squarely. You know, if you folks ever seen the Marine Corps dress blue uniform, Joe W., you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you put that uniform on, Devil Dog, and you stepped out in the town, if you wanted to, was you leaving empty? Was you going back to Empty Arm Hotel that night? No, you was not. Putting that Marine Corps just blue uniform on, folks, and they say if you look like a postal Marine, you fall up in a club. I don't give a damn where it's at. I'm gonna use this BGS's words of this one. The club is your oyster that night. You can pick what you want. So that Marine Corps uniform, and I will say this, just about all the military uniforms does bring a certain kind of magnetism with it. But I think of all the uniforms, just in the way it looks, just the sharpness of it. Every girl crazy about a sharp dress man. I didn't say that. That was them bearded cats. But ain't nothing sharper than a Marine Corps dress blue uniform. Especially if you're fully decorated. The ribbons and the badges. The blood stripe. Am I right, Joe W? You get anything you want.
Even if you get a decent chick, bro, you still have the laws to worry about, bro. If you do something she does not like and she don't want to be with your ass, but all she has to do is go to the courts, file no fault, and smoke your ass. But it don't matter if you think you got a good chick, bro. She has the power to fuck you over.
And smoke your ass. These niggas pathetic, man. Got a chat room full of people who are not looking up the information. It's crazy.
Go ahead. You spoke about your 9 jawline uncles who are Dolomite reincarnated, right? How many ATs?
No, I didn't
Okay,
Dolomite reincarnated.
Whatever. They've never had problems with women. We've established that.
Not compared to what you had mentioned before.
Whatever. You said they never.
See what I'm saying? See how these niggas want you to. Any problems with women, it's got to be the end of the world. Like, bro, like niggas have problems, but not to the degree y'all niggas complain about.
Facts. Taz, again. Niggas got problems with women. We sure do. Real men have problems with women. We sure do. But not to the extreme that you motherfuckers sit up and complain about. If I'm in a problem, if I'm in an argument with my woman, if I don't feel, no, I know when to shut up. I know when to walk away. Even if the problem is her fault, I know when to shut up. I can't win that argument. Can't do it. You can't try. You can't win. I'm sorry, folks. If you get to a certain age in your life and you don't realize that the most powerful weapon in a woman's arsenal is her words, you in trouble. You're going to get your feelings hurt a whole lot more in life. That's one of the things that we call coming a grown man. Recognize recognizing what to do and what not to do when it comes to dealing with the other half. Whether she black, white, yellow, brown, or whatever, a woman is a woman is a woman. They come in all different shapes and sizes and variations. They come with attitudes. They come with a certain amount of spice sometimes. They come shy sometimes. They come small. They come short. But they are women. And I don't think any man on this earth should try and exclude himself from that. I'm not even going to talk about the alphabet community, because that's a whole nother thing. This is even out of the realm of being bisexual or homosexual. You don't even want you don't even want a living, breathing entity in the bed with you. You want that stiff animal. How is it if you turn the heat off at night and forget to cover the plastic up? How is it? How is it warm? Wait a minute. Folks, just one more thing I got to talk. I was going to leave this next part out, but there's something I want you folks to hear of what one of these guys explained about this sex doll. I got to find that, and then we're going to get off. We're going to leave. Taz's place here for a little bit. Might talk about it another time. Let me see if I can find it exactly. Where was I looking for it? Is it this one? I do believe it's this part right here. Yeah. Let me try this.
Sisters and female cousins do you have that's been married?
All of this for fun.
Come on, manipulate them. Use your mouth. Use your mouth. If he a real nigga, he can get out of here. They have a
Hey, judge up there like, now listen.
This part right here, folks. The police comes up in one of their houses on a live stream, and instead of handling the police, he decides to leave his stream up so the fellas can see what the fuck going on. He don't mind showing the police that I'm on a stream with a bunch of dudes and a white dude with a sex doll, because you can see the police look at the screen themselves. What the fuck is that? I wonder what the police came there for. Not my business, but I'm still wondering.
It's like, why are y'all in here?
I have the right to be here tonight. I'm working. I gotta put this new linoleum in. You see, my baby mama got me on child support. I got
about to see the bracelet too.
They said they heard all that nigga noise coming out of this house, and they had to come figure out what was going on. There's only supposed to be one of them up in there.
So what's the disturbance? What is it? You see, I'm on YouTube right now.
Now, again, this is what these niggas do in their space. They're just fucking weirdos. Right? So, we see the niggas sitting up there chilling with the sex doll dude. They on there swinging for him. I don't know if we even need any more of that. We can move on.
Wrong with the ladies over the last couple of months.
Oh yeah, we can move on to the next weirdo. Let's get it.
What up? It's your boy J-Dog King helping inside Emo Renee, who's a minor.
Oh yeah.
Wait, sitting right
stop
next
this shit, because y'all might think it's a motherfucking game. I know y'all didn't think that was it. Not with me. Oh no. Nah. How long we been here? Let me see. 2.5 hours? Okay. Bet. Oh, we got plenty to go. We're not done. So yeah, moving on to the next video.
Fellas, ladies, before we move on to the next video, you walk up into your partner's house, or ladies, you walk up into your prospective boyfriend's house, and you see a sex doll and a half t-shirt and unmentionables staring at the goddamn ceiling and him coloring it up. You wouldn't find that strange? Would you? Dude, what the fuck, man? You could have told me about this. I wouldn't. I know you said come in, but goddamn. And as a woman, you would have been like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? It ain't that type of party. I wish I would jump into bed with you. Oh no, we gonna have us. What the fuck is this right here, folks? What the fuck is this? What is this? And even that, folks, even with that, this brother still go and find him a white sex doll. Fuck it. I don't want no black sex doll. I want me a white one, or as they say, an exotic looking one. That's what I want. Since you niggas make my ass itch.
what up? It's your boy J Dog King Hefner inside Emo Renee Uzumaki, sitting right next to me, man. And I wanted to give y'all an update on my mentality. Growing with the ladies over the last couple of months. I didn't know really what to expect, didn't know whether, like I said, I was going to have sex with them right out of the gate, or whether it was just going to be us doing what we do now, which is night and just relaxing together, watching sports, and having good times together. But I will say this, man, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm glad I didn't personally rush into the sex aspect of it with my companions, because it's just a growing sensuality, growing emotional bond every day with it. Y'all been watching it in my videos.
Nigga, you cannot grow an emotional bond. Well, not on the doll side. The doll, has it moved yet? Has it blinked yet? Has her abdomen or her arm rose up and down? This is a motherfucking piece of plastic. I don't give a damn how good it looks to you. You can't form an emotional attachment to this motherfucker. You can form a strange attachment, but the dog cannot form an emotional attachment to you, man. Listen to what I'm saying. Doll. Now, ladies, look at this brother right here. If you saw him walking down the street, he seems normal. Wouldn't you say that you see brothers like that with the braids and the beard and all that? He seems normal. Might see him on the bus, might see him in the grocery store, might see him driving down the street. Seems normal. What the fuck you gonna do when you come to his house and this shit is sitting up in his house? What you gonna do? I'm sure all of y'all get hot and bothered when y'all saw this. Let me get out of my skirt and take my bra off and jump on the bed with you. I doubt it.
When I went out to dinner with Callie the other day, she's already my most, I'm close to her the most emotionally because I'm with her the most. Whether it's just going to be us doing what we do now, which is night and just relaxing together, watching sports, and having good times together. But I will say this, man, it's just a beautiful thing. I'm glad I didn't personally rush into the sex aspect of it with my companion.
Listen, he said, we just relaxing, having a beautiful time, watching sports. Motherfucker, the doll ain't watching nothing. God dang. Wait, there's more.
It's just a growing sensuality, growing emotional bond every day with it. Y'all been watching it in my videos. When I went out to dinner with Callie the other day, she's already my most, I'm close to her the most emotionally because I'm with her the most.
What up? It's your boy J Dog King Hefner and the beautiful Cali son, man. We coming right back at you. Today we want to talk to you guys about something that's really a trip to me, and that's my name, Jay Hefner. I've alluded to it being changed before, and like you say, this wasn't always my name. I recently changed it a few months ago when I had this epiphany about the dolls. And I just couldn't see myself as the old.
I had to do the same thing. This nigga said he had an epiphany about the dolls. The fuck? Red pilling, right? I'm trying to get back to this, but when you saw that nigga in living color, well, if you saw him walking down the road, ladies, or down the street or in the elevator, what would you do? Get the fuck on. I'm sure you. Lord have mercy. I blame y'all for bringing me into these YouTube streets. Good God.
I'm just making sure you see it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They're here.
When I took dinner with her the other day and brought her home, it was just something different about her. Just because we shared that experience. And I'm telling you, man, like, we didn't have to go out. It's just whatever you do with your dogs, the longer that you can build a bond with them before that moment, I'm telling you, it's going to enrich you. I ain't telling you you have to wait, but I'm telling you, if it's something that you're not feeling, don't like I said in another video, don't rush.
What you mean is this real? What? What do you mean is this real? These ain't no actors I paid. I mean, this nigga ain't trolling.
Right. Why would I go pay some? Hey, man, you know something? I'm going to go on YouTube. I got to make a point about something. So what I'm going to need you to do is make a video for me with you sitting up in a damn bed, cuddled up under some white blankets and sheets with a sex doll and a T-shirt and panties, and I'm going to talk shit about you. You don't mind that, do you? No, nigga, ain't gonna be no super chat and nothing like that. I'm just gonna talk to you. No, I'm not. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm not gonna ask them to hit the link. No, none of that. I'm just gonna talk shit about you. You gonna do it or what? Come on, we partners. Like somebody had to force this nigga to do some dumb shit like this. He turned on his own damn camera. Y'all hear the words out of his own mouth talking about they relaxing, watching football. The fuck? Is it real? You goddamn right it's real. Like Taz said, this nigga ain't trolling. He's serious. This is on his channel.
See, that's why I say, man, if you haven't already sent your Cash App or Super Chat, you probably need to. What do you mean is this real? This nigga got a whole fucking collection of these motherfuckers. What are you talking about?
I'm wondering if it can offer enough to basically wean men off of relationships with women.
Can sex dolls wean men off their relationships? Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Catch that name. That nigga said wean off Miss G. Thank you, Miss G. Appreciate the super chat.
Can sex dolls wean men off of women? Wean? Isn't that kind of animalistic? That means at some point in time you were so grown that you was 11, 12 years old, still sucking your mama's titties, still drawing milk from your mama. 5 or 6 or whatever age it is. If you're breastfeeding, you know, I guess they say just like the cats and the dogs and the deer and the antelope where they play, when they feeding their kids, sooner or later it's time to get off the titty. You wean from the titty. How can a man wean himself from the pleasures of a woman and replace it with a plastic sex doll? Anybody? How do you do that? What's the comparison? I don't know personally. How would you feel? Nah, I'm not gonna go there. No, y'all let's look at this weirdo. Here goes another one. Look at this man. Look at this cat. Ladies, is this somebody you would trust? Is this somebody you would not want to meet in a public place? I don't give a damn what he's doing. Whether he's selling you insurance or you going out on a date. Wouldn't this be somebody would you feel comfortable going out on a second date with this motherfucker?
Yeah, this is this is a slow walk in, but we finally made it indoors, so you know, we finally made it. Let's go. Let's keep going.
And the reason I'm talking about weaning men off from relationships is that relationships with women have become very difficult to manage.
Very.
There's a lot of risk to men in being closely involved with a woman.
Risk involved woman.
So I'm wondering basically if relationships with women should be reduced as a priority for men. And it is typically a very high priority for men.
If you find it hard to understand what this anatomically, because I have to call him that what he is, man is saying, he said that it's like a virus, and with the right medicine, you could wean yourself away from women. And y'all wonder why, after we're done with this clip here, black women think about us the way they do. And I have to include myself in this until we start playing the clip. But you'll see exactly what I mean.
To be connected with a woman and to have a relationship.
Reduce priority.
But I'm wondering, for some reason, and I know it might be an insane thought, I'm wondering if sex dolls can fulfill enough of the need within men to have relations with a woman, such that...
No. Let me answer that for you. If you ever, whoever you are on the screen that's talking right now, no. Because being with a woman is more than just sexual. It's a lot more to it than that. And that's what the problem with a lot of you dudes are. Y'all just looking at women as sexual objects. And that's where you're going a whole lot wrong at. It's more to it than that. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, how often when you're in the bed, how long does it last? Not unless you one of them cats that can, excuse my language, fuck 24 hours. What woman you know gonna fuck for 24 hours? Not unless you one of them cats. We always got them folks that say I can last throughout the night. We scientifically we know that's a lie. But anyway, you toot your own horn on that. But minus the time that you and your significant other spend having sex in the bed or sleeping in the bed, what else do you do? What else do you have in common? What's the conversation that you're gonna have? What are some of the things you're gonna do outside of the bedroom? It's more to it than that, and that's what the problem with these guys is. They're trying to replace the whole woman with just the aspect of what's at the end of their dick. They're trying to replace the whole experience of being with a woman and reduce it down to a 5-second orgasm. That's why they find it comfortable to say we can do without women. Because most of them, chances are, while they on the screens here in these chat rooms, they listening to it, but they watching porn on the other one. You remember the CNN commentator Jeffrey Tobin? You see what he did? He was so hard up to watch porn that he forgot that he was live. And all his folks saw him yoking that yicking on a live broadcast. Ain't that some shit? Had to cut it. Cut the stream. Art, cut the stream. But that's what the folks' problem is. They try to reduce women down to just one sexual, the sexual relationship. That's why they think it's easy to replace them with sex dolls, because the sex doll is, what it's there for. That's why you dress it up so pretty. That's why you have it so voluptuous. The sex doll that you buy is just a reflection of the type woman that you want. And as you see, a lot of these motherfuckers got little girls.
Lead this nigga to his own devices. There's no way.
Been together for a long time. I realized these bitches have no remorse. And then when I got home, this was right here waiting for me at my home. Ready and waiting to go.
Where else is it gonna be? Your stove is at home waiting for you. Your refrigerator is at home waiting for you to pull on it. All you got to do is walk up to your refrigerator and pull it open. That motherfucker will fly open. Do you stick your dick in there? This is just part of your decor, dumbass. This is not a person. This is a part of your furniture. This is a piece of furniture that you decided to have sex with. This is not a woman. It's not at home waiting for you. It's not standing at the door when you push the door open and stick your key open. It's going to say, "Hi, honey, I'm home." Not unless you got a little remote control to it. "Hi, honey, I'm home." I want to hear that again. "Hi, honey, I'm home." "Hey, Big Daddy." But you got to program it to say that. I know, to me, when I was married, there was nothing better coming home at the end of the day from a hard day's work, fucking around with the world, to come home and my woman at the house with sometime next to nothing on. Ooh.
I need her. Camo Beauty said, "No remorse, straight savage. Since you need her, that's who your motherfucking ass got. Nigga, that's who you got." Now, like I said, they be like, "Taz over there inciting the women." Well, shit, he said it, nigga. Not me. I ain't trying to incite shit, nigga. This fam. I'm just showing y'all that I ain't the one saying the shit, nigga.
You hear what he said? Taz is over there exciting the women folks, inciting the women folks. He right. Nigga, I didn't say this shit, he did. Why y'all mad at me? Music is over there inciting the women. The fuck? I didn't say this. Folks, you can't make this up. And you're absolutely right, Neek. If you, just like I said, if you've seen all these sex dolls, wait a minute. Have you seen all these sex dolls? They all look like little kids. They all look like, I hate to say it, but there was a show that came on, Little Princesses or whatever, these little girls that run around. Again, I disagree with that, but that's for another show. They dress these little girls up and make them look like they're grown. I bet these folks are avid watchers of that program. Little Miss Beauties or whatever they call that, runway moms or whatever the shit they call them, but they dress their little girls up in grown women attire, lipstick, and all this other stuff. The Jean Benet Ramsey kind of girls. That's what these little dolls look. These little sex dolls look like.
Don't keep on blaming me for showing the shit these dumbass niggas keep on here. Like niggas, stop doing this shit, dude. Stop doing this shit, dude. Nigga, talk about his weight. Rodney Place sound like a whole fucking serial killer, bro. It's about his waiting for him, bro. Where the fuck are you at? In Montana, some motherfucker where, nigga? What the fuck you mean? It was there waiting on you? You need her? Come on, man.
This was right here waiting for her at my home. And I need her.
I need her.
She was wet. She was and ready, and it was fun and wild.
She was wet and ready, and it was fun and wild.
This is what I want you to hear. This is the sickness of these motherfuckers. A plastic rubber doll. Do you hear how he is describing her? She was wet and ready. Waiting for me when I got home. Do you hear how he is described? Wait, there's more.
This is an inanimate object, ladies and gentlemen. What are we talking about? This is fucking scary. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Like, bro, like, no, man, no.
I realized these bitches have no remorse. And then when I got home, this was right here waiting for her at my home. Ready and waiting to go. And I need her.
Camo Beauty said, "No remorse, straight savage. Since you need her, that's who your motherfucking ass got. Nigga, that's who you got." Now, like I said, they be like, "Taz over there inciting the women." Well, shit, he said it, nigga. Not me.
Like a whole fucking serial killer, bro. It's about his waiting for him, bro. What the fuck? Where the fuck are you at? In Montana, some motherfucker wearing nigga? What the fuck you mean? It was there waiting on you? You need her? Come on, man.
This was right here waiting for her at my home. Ready and waiting to go. And I need her.
I need her.
She was wet. She was ready, and it was fun and wild.
She was wet and ready, and it was fun and wild. This is an inanimate object, ladies and gentlemen. What are we talking about? This is fucking scary. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? They get through the door, you know what I'm saying? And from there, you know, it's all love.
To get her. And in fact, she don't even want that money, right? She doesn't even want that. She just is the happenstance of economy. So, my friends, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it right here. Get you a doll. I don't care which one you get, but I would always suggest getting a Piper doll brand. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford the price tag of it, like Piper doll Ariel, which is their best-selling one, then maybe you should get consider Phoebe. Phoebe is $1,300. She looks like very similar to Ariel.
These motherfuckers got names. If you can't get Phoebe, get Ariel. 50. And then went on to say, yeah, I dropped 10 times that on this doll, though. Camo Beauty said BGS Bidmore was worse. Yeah. Yeah, that about 150. And then went on to say, yeah, I dropped 10 times that on this doll, though. Camo Beauty said BGS Bidmore was worse. Yeah.
Yep. I gotta say that, folks. I was gonna exclude that, but I said no. You know, you gotta say it because sometimes what you say will come back to haunt you. Now, y'all for you. You know exactly what he's talking about, and there's no need for me to repeat it. But you know exactly when you say some things online sometime, it's going to haunt you for the rest of the time that you are online. But those are your kings. That's right. You heard it, Don Teasy. You heard how much the man spent on the sex doll. But complain about paying child support. Bitch up and down the courthouse about paying child support, but will go out and spend $13, $14, upwards of $7,000 for a sex doll with a name. That's right. You heard it first. Well, you didn't hear it first, but you're hearing it again right here on the Chop Shop. Speaking of Chop Shop, folks, and speaking of more, can I borrow the phrase from my man Cerulean Gray? Shout out the regime. Derelict niggas. Where do these motherfuckers get these ideas from, folks? Where do they come up with some of the ideas? I gotta say, it's from the people that they hang around. You know? I gotta say, it's exactly who you hang around. Is this your king? You know, there's no need for me to go into BGS Ipmore and what he says and how he says, because, you know, for you folks that are tuning into me, y'all know how I feel about the cat anyway. I don't like him. I don't dislike him. You know, he says something that I agree or disagree with, but, you know, just some people you just know that no matter where you are, you're not going to have a pleasant conversation with them, so I choose to not to. But, you know, when you say shit like that, it might come up in the stream of mine every once in a while, because, you know, shit, this the Chop Shop. Nigga, don't put it out there if you don't want nobody to talk about it. But in this point, We all heard about the transaction of a sale of a internet channel stream. So and so bought a so and so stream from so and so guy. But let's talk about the so and so guy. And why are they making such a big deal about this particular character? All right, let's go right here. Let's start right here.
I got a list of why I feel hoes are winning. All right, number one.
Hoes are winning. Here we go.
Why hoes are women? All doors open for whores.
Yeah, nigga, you're right. There's some places that you can't go that a hoe can go. Who would spend $3,000 to spend the night with you, nigga? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the guy on the left hand, I think this is the one that sold the channel for $450, called himself Ramil, I do believe. The hose is winning. But in the same breath, he talking about there's places that a hoe can go that he can't go. I know if I was interested in hoes, that's one place that a hoe could come to and you couldn't come to. The fuck? What I'm gonna do with you when you get here? We gonna play cards? We gonna go out and shoot basketball? What we gonna do? But if I'm in the interest of looking for women, you ain't coming here. The fuck? But the point of this is, let this make sense. This guy built up a channel that was so successful that he was able to sell it. This is my whole premise on this. He was able to sell it. But listen to what he's talking about. How do you build up a channel on this kind of bullshit? And then able to sell said channel on the same bullshit and go start another channel somewhere else doing the same goddamn thing, or on somebody else's panel still getting cash apps. Who won? Did the so-called hoe that bought the channel won? I'm not calling the young lady that bought the channel by no stretch of imagination a hoe, because I don't know her. But to me, that wasn't no win. You came up on that one, Ramil. You sold a channel that really didn't belong to you, because in the grand scheme of things, every channel that broadcasts on YouTube belongs to who? YouTube. So you sold your channel and the rights to your channel and all that goes with it, all the frills and frolicking that goes on there. You sold it to someone that you say you totally despise, which brings me to my next point. All these brothers and they say they got love for you. None of them could come up with $450 to purchase this channel to keep it in the family. An outside entity had to talk to her husband to buy your channel. Let that make sense. But the hoes is winning, huh? They winning against dumbass niggas. I will say that, because a smart man was shit. What the fuck?
Because it's rare that a dude can sleep his way to the top.
Very rare.
It's very rare. You know what I'm saying? And because unless you're, with gays, I don't want to even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm thinking about like Hollywood. I don't know, but like, you know, there are certain, like, okay, for instance, Mariah Carey and Tommy Mottola. Mariah Carey had, Tommy Mottola had Mariah Carey when Mariah Carey was slim, young, supple. Nick Cannon got her ass when she was withering away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the leftovers,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See, there it goes again. Dumb niggas. He thought he just had a mic drop moment with that statement. When Tommy Mottola had Mariah Carey, she was young, supple. He thought he was really making sense. When Nick Cannon got her, she was old and, you know, she was pretty much washed up. Go look at Mariah's bank account from Tommy Mottola days till now. Who won? See what I'm saying? These niggas. And this was a mic drop moment over in that panel. He right. When the guy at Sony was married and dating Mariah Carey, he had to pay for everything. Limos, cars, jewels, dresses, makeup. He paid for everything. By the time Mariah Carey got to Nick Cannon, she was paying for everything. So much so that they was calling Nick Cannon Mr. Carey. The fuck, man? But these are your kings. These are your heroes. These are the guys that was able to build up a following so valuable to somebody else that they spent $450 on it. Can I get an explosion for that?
But there's no way in hell that she was fucking with Tommy Mottola for love. Nicole, Anna Nicole Smith. No way she's fucking with that old geezer for love. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look at Eve.
Oh yeah, yep.
Eve right now got a billionaire that look like fucking Bob and plumbing and in Home Depot. You know what I'm saying?
She leveled up. What's called leveled up? You know what I mean?
And that's so crazy because Hoes is winning, because if you look at Eve's story, look at where Eve's from. Eve is from the dirtiest parts of Philly. Okay? Mm-hmm. She was a stripper. She met Mace. Rapped for him, probably fucked the Rough Riders or whatever. Got on with Rough Riders. Rapped, did her thing, fucked with Stevie J. Fucked with Stevie J, got free tracks and free production and shit like that. Now she's fucking got in the movies. Then she got now she's fucking with a billionaire. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's a big contrast between being a dirty bitch from Philly and being with a white billionaire living in England somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So like,
180,
yeah, like that's it. You have to, hoes can get in those doors.
They got class mobility. They got a lot of class. They go from dirt poor to fucking the upper class. They got a lot of class mobility, man.
Waters, you know what I'm saying? Back in the WAP, and Cardi B being able to talk to Biden. And
well, let me go ahead and do some correction and instruction. I'm not sure who this is down in the listening lounge with the name of Tommy Sotomayor, but you know. Welcome anyway. But these guys right here, man, these guys, see, again, I'm reading the chat over here. He already went and renamed his channel. So all those subs that this young lady thought she bought, they're just going to go over and continue to send him money over there. So I don't understand. Yeah, I think it was a petty move, which is absolutely right. But what she actually did was expose the niggas over there. She actually exposed them for I thought y'all was 6-figure niggas over in there. None of y'all could come up with $400 to buy this stream. Thank you, Shar. You'll keep keeping them trolls up out of here. Appreciate it. I see where my notifications, Shar said that you sent me something, but I don't want to take the chance of opening up another window and downloading something while the stream is going on. But I've heard that Pump and Dunk song before. Yeah, I've heard it. See ya, Tommy. Get the fuck on up out of here with that bullshit. I ain't big enough yet for Tommy Sotomayor to come to my channel and have a seat. Come back with the official, Tommy. But anyway, like I was saying about these guys here, I'll let them finish. Yeah, I know what I mean. He was talking about Eve. Eve was a talent. Eve came up. They act like it's something wrong with coming from the ghettos and coming up. Listen, folks. Why did these guys think that every woman with some talent, the only way that she got to the top was to fuck her way to the top? She had no talent. She had no recognizable qualities. Okay, she was a stripper. But how many other women out there that paid for their education, that if we go to the hospital right now and take a survey of a lot of the nurses that's in there and ask them, how did you pay for your education while you were in school? Late night. Went over there and dropped my drawers for a little bit. Made $2,000-$3,000 a night. After my student loans and all was paid off, I left it right where it's at. Am I wrong?
Shit like that. Like, hoes is moving up into up.
Yeah, they in political. Yeah,
they getting into political.
They in political conversations. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, so my little problem I had like with ministry and everything is like, okay, so we see the hoes doing what they do. Why are y'all waiting on them to take an L? That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole shit ain't gonna take no L no time soon. Like I said, they're in the political arena. They're having political conversations. Cardi B's talking to all of them. So my thing is, they're winning. Don't worry about them winning. Focus on yourself winning. Because I found that a lot of guys were waiting on women to take an L. Women are never gonna hit rock bottom in this society. Period. There's always gonna be someone to pick them up.
They've been taking some L's this year, though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that that's the ideal job for any bitch. No, I think it was the dream job. It was like the dream job. Go to Patreon. It's on there. It's too fire. But it's the dream job of today's woman is to pretty much sell pussy.
That's their leader. That's what he thinks about you women. You would never hear a rational black man or any man get on the stream and say something that egregious and expect no pushback. So you mean to tell me the majority of women that you run into, because this has to be in the circle that you're talking about, because you can't be talking about no average day woman, that her dream job is to sell pussy. Let me look down in the chat room. Yep, you heard it. Dream job is to sell pussy.
If they could, they would. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, man, we about to kick this shit off, man. I see bruhs in the room right now, man. You know what I'm saying? The man of the hour, you know what I'm saying? He got a whole lot going on. We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of things. I got a lot of things I'm gonna break down. We got Amir in the building. I'm just waiting for him to get his camera ready. I see him in the background. But yeah, man. Women always, like, they spend so much money on their appearance. And today's topic, I really want to get into, like, I really had to sit down and break down this statement that he made, because he pretty much summed it all up. Hoes are winning. We got to ask ourselves, what do women... This statement right here really separated, it created a separation of mentalities. I don't think a lot of niggas get what you meant by the hoes. I kind of get what you're saying, because I don't look at hoes and your average working class woman as a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I look at a hoe as one that has the ability to sell pussy. So I wanna break this down to you. You tell me what you think. All right, there's a difference between sluts, accomplished women, and hoes. Okay? Now, accomplished women are in pursuit of degrees. Sluts are in pursuit of sex. And hoes are in pursuit of men's money.
Wish I could, but in today's time, you know how they got the Venn diagram and how, like, all of them kind of meet in the middle a little bit. It's like all of them got that hoe with them, dog. Even all the categories. That's just the world we live in today. You know, they're proud of it.
And that's their leaders, folks. You keep banging on that so-called thing over there and thinking that's what the hoes, that's what the women are. And that's why you sitting on that channel. Matter of fact, since you introduced Ramil, why don't y'all go back and do your history on that dude that you got sitting alongside you on your side there, my brother. I think the reason why he is able to speak the way he does, because he has a past, not too good of a past either, to where he was arrested for prostitution or enabling prostitution of underage women. But yet he is on the stream talking about the hoes is winning. Isn't that what you was practicing by sending the hoes out to get the niggas money, the Johns' money? So didn't you create this culture of saying that didn't you create the culture of hoes being able to win? You're right, Ruby. They got to try something. When all else fails, when in Rome, do like the Romans. We all see it, folks. It's big. It's a big money industry to get on YouTube to talk shit about black women. Big money industry. And if you're not careful when you go into these streams, and if you start saying anything good about black women, you get attacked. Either from the manosphere, the cis-bim folks, or even some niggas who think that they think they're about the preservation of our said women, but will get on the stream, and because they continue to talk and talk and talk, sooner or later their true colors come out. For as long as I've been on radio doing streams, and for as long as I've started here doing streams, no one can ever say to me that I've been disrespectful to a black woman that didn't deserve a bit of disrespect. Fluent in moron, Ruby. That's a new one. But there's a level of respect for everything that you have, and you can tell these fellas right here have no respect for women. Why? Because they're not around them. And if they are around women, they're in that class. They're around that class of women who we would consider hoes, tricks, mark ass bitches. You are what you hang around. You are your environment. So that's why maybe you and whoever this guy is with the baseball cap, Ramil, maybe that's why y'all think the hoes is winning, because that's the environment that you dwell in. You know nothing else. You don't know about the doctors and the lawyers and the school teachers that don't even think about getting up in the morning selling pussy. You don't think about the YouTube content creators. Don't even think about getting up in the morning, starting a stream on Chatterbait. But you guys will sit up on these streams with straight faces and say dumb shit like this. I'm not gonna let you. We're not gonna go through this much for folks, because I got to get to the stream to where black women have a chance to say what they got to say. Some of your brothers ain't gonna like it, and some of your brothers gonna completely understand what they're talking about, because I did.
You know, that's why I say hold the women, because there's no consequences for their actions, and they feel like they're winning. They feel like they're in power, so there's nothing you can do about it.
Y'all see that? You see that? Super chatting. Look at that. $50. More money here, and they're getting paid for this bullshit. This bullshit, erroneous information. They're getting money for it. Cash money. Look at the smiley faces down in the cool signs and the thumbs up and the muscles for these illegitimate ass niggas.
We're in America, and it's freedom. So they know they can get a man. These dudes can get a man. It ain't hard for them to get a man. They know it would be better off getting a man, but they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're doing the right thing. And because we're in freedom, you can't stop it.
I think that every woman, whether she's a slut or a accomplished woman, wants to be a hoe.
Yeah.
Because being a hoe is a glamorous lifestyle, and it's very easy.
Did y'all hear that? Ladies, did y'all hear that? Being a hoe is a glamorous lifestyle. It's easy. I can't answer that because of course I'm not a woman, so I can't answer no stupid shit like that. But is he stupid? Now, is there some women out there that have this lifestyle, like the Heidi Fleises of the world that made millions and millions of dollars being madams or laying on their back, like in what's that, Coming to America, where what's the Trading Places, where the girl said, I'm gonna be on my back for another so and so amount of years. I got so much money in T-bills after that, I'm retiring. Right. I don't think he's speaking for any woman, Shar. Lady Neek, I don't think he's speaking for any woman. What woman gonna come up? Well, again, there is a class of women that say that. Shit, hoeing is hoeing. But who gonna come up on a stream and say that? Yeah, I'm a hoe. I rock 3 niggas right after the show. I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe.
It's easy, like a lot, like there's a bitch right now probably working on her master's and her doctorate and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna probably accumulate probably $200,000 in debt. But then there's a hoe that's getting flew out, living a life that she that she is, you know what I'm saying, sitting around working her ass off to get, and probably gonna lose her youth once she gets it. 42 right now, 43 just is pregnant by the billionaire. That's just,
is that, and that's another thing.
All right, that's enough of that right there, folks. Again, this just goes to show you of some of the conversations that's going on in the YouTube streets. Now, my brothers, you wonder why. Well, we wonder why when I sit at these streams sometimes, and black women have such a disdain for us, so much so that sometimes I get in these streams and I dare not even type because I'm afraid somebody gonna label me as one of y'all niggas. I don't get it. But after listening to this stream yesterday, yeah, I do get it. I sure do. Uninterrupted, unapologetic. These women started the stream on Saturday afternoon, and they just, they Saturday morning, and they just let black men in YouTube have it. Took a little prying, took a little this, took a little of that, but finally, they started talking. When they started talking, they unleashed the beast. They released the Kraken. And these dudes didn't understand, as I was down in the chat room, the few times that I did type in there, get to the chopper. You can't win. Instead, he stood up in that chat room for hours and hours, getting abused. Literally. When I say abused, you'll hear it for yourself. Let's go ahead and start it right now, shall we?
Y'all don't understand the BWE movement, because we was talking about a young lady. Her name is Aisha B. Bomb. You can find her on Facebook. We was talking about her, and I used to do videos with her a long time ago on Facebook. But I'm gonna blow y'all mind with this. The BWE movement started with sex workers, y'all. The Black Women Empowerment Movement. It started with sex workers. It started with the sex phone operators and women who would do videos and stuff and send it to men, and they would have to pay them. These are the women that started the Black Women Empowerment Movement. Aisha B is one of them. They started with the sex work, and they got to see these women saw a whole nother side of black men that wasn't being out there. So they started doing videos about these men and how trifling they was, how they would go in on their families and, cheat on their wives, and how they didn't like themselves. They didn't like being black, all of this stuff. The earliest foundation of the Black Women Empowerment Movement started with the black women that were sex workers. And when I say sex workers, I don't mean women who were out standing on the street corner for you remedial niggas selling pussy, okay? I mean those women that was online finessing men. They started using being online, and they just had a way about themselves online. They knew how to operate online. They knew what to do, what not to do. And they were the earliest women of the Black Women Empowerment Movement. That's the true tea right there.
Well, I don't know about the black empowerment movement or whatever, but I do know she's right about one thing. Pillow talk could get has gotten a whole lot of motherfuckers in trouble. Let's go back to, let's take black men out of this for a minute, all right? Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy. She was famous for what? Was Marilyn Monroe a great actor? You go back and look at her movies and you determine that for yourself, whether Norma Jean Baker was such a great actress, or was she just a good-looking hot white chick? Okay, let's bring it full circle here back to some folks that we can talk about. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Did we really know who she was until she did the do with Ray J? So I say all of this to say that she didn't say anything new, folks. Selling coochie is the oldest profession on this planet. That's not nothing new. That's not no groundbreaking information. That's the only thing that she said so far that I kind of disagree with. It's not nothing new. It is what it is, but it's like, it's like oil, gas, and anything else. Supply and demand. women could not sell pussy if men was not out buying it. These ladies like Corinne Steffens and all these tell-all books that these men write about, these rich and powerful men, where they get it from? These men get comfortable with these women when they have sex with them and they tell their whole life story. Meanwhile, she got a recorder on in the back. See? Or she writing down about the experiences to make a tell-all book about it later on. So who are the real saps? You paying a woman $3,000 a night. Remember Pretty Woman? That was the glamorous life. That's what they thought was glamorous. But reality struck her ass when he said, shit, bitch, you got to go. It's daylight. So what's glamorous about that life? I'm just saying. Where's the empowerment in that part of it? It is what it is, folks. I don't think that's where the BWE started at. I disagree with it, but I can understand why she would think so. Because the information had to come from somewhere. But I digress.
Like, because I've been involved in the Black woman empowerment movement for like 15 years, and they were the earliest women of that movement. And they came into it, and they eventually brought like all of the sex workers in. Like, it was women who did do prostitution. It was women who, it was just sex workers. And they was given all this information on men. And how to make money off of men, how to make money off of men in the comfort of your own home, how to make money off of men to where, if it was prostitution, it was a high, amount. It wasn't like your typical idea of prostitution, women just getting paid $50, $60, $100. No, it was like, it was a lot of game being given. And that is the early.
No, ma'am, that's hoeing. That ain't prostitution. That's hoeing. When you selling your body for $50, $60, $40 a pop, that's hoeing. That ain't prostitution. That's hoeing. But anyway, I digress on that one too. That's hoeing. Now, if you out there selling $3,000-$4,000, that's a business. But if you out there selling your body for crack rock, $20 and knee-high grape soda and a chicken sandwich, you a hoe. There's no way around that. You is a hoe.
It's start of the Black woman empowerment movement. I'm telling y'all. Like, it goes all the way back. And this is why I have so much respect for sex workers.
Hi, Sam Burton. How you doing, my man?
If you can make money in the confines of your own home. Because, see, men are going to flip it on you and make you feel like it's tawdry, it's nasty, and somehow it's something wrong with you. But you the one paying for it, nigga. So we
Yep, she's right. You the one paying for it. So this same shit, the same thing you run around calling me a hoe. You calling me this and you calling me that. But you the nigga out here buying it. You the one out here paying for this whole pussy. You the one out there spending $20, $30 because you can't afford no more, folks. It's like going to the store. It's like this. Where you gonna shop at? Some folks like shopping at Neiman Marcus. Some folks like shopping at Wally World. You know what I'm saying? It's what your money can afford. If you're gonna go out and buy some cooch and you figure you got $3,000 to spend on it, I guarantee it, there's a whole lot of dudes that'll take that $3,000 and spend it on that one night stand, just to have the bragging rights and put it in the spank bank for later on. Yeah, they do. They sure do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it don't make sense how men, listen, when men ridicule you for your sexuality, it's because they want to take governing ownership of you, and they know how powerful your sexuality is, and they know how much you can monetize your sexuality without even touching a nigga. It's motherfuckers online. It was a girl online getting paid for her feet.
Again, she ain't lying. Because if you go right now, go type in Chatterbait. I'm not telling you folks to go watch porn, but just go type it in right now and look at the number of active accounts that's online right now, and just start looking at the number of people that are in particular rooms. Like this is like YouTube. You go to this stream, there's 11,000 people in this stream. You go to this stream, there's 35 people in this stream. It's like you go to this stream, there's 2,000 people in this stream, and they all ting ting. Ting ting, every time you hear ting ting, ting ting, that means somebody done sent them a tip. They done cut out the middleman. They don't need pimps no more. Safe. Some of them don't even show their faces. All they show is the essential parts, what will get you to hit that bell. Some of them don't even get naked. Like the young lady said, all they do is show their toes. We had one as a good friend of mine that she made a mistake of taking a picture of something and sent it. The dude saw her finger and offered up plane tickets on a pinky finger. I'm just saying.
In the Black women empowerment movement, she had really pretty feet and hands. This girl got paid for her feet. Just pictures of her feet. That's how she lived. She didn't work nowhere else, y'all. Just pictures of her feet.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. If you have get your nails done, keep your feet done, take pictures. I'll show you how to pose them pictures and get them. They love it. They'll buy you socks from you, your pantyhose from you, underwear from you.
I don't see why men would do that. That's stupid. Why would you spend your money?
Because you would do it, nigga.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't spend my money.
For a picture of my titties right now.
No, I wouldn't. No, I
yes, the fuck you would, nigga. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. No, that's what niggas talk shit, but
folks, have you ever gone to a party, crashed a party, knowing damn well when you look around you shouldn't be in there? Whoever this guy Twin is, I bet he feels that way now. But like I said, he decided to continue. After that first statement right there, when a woman said to me, nigga, yeah, you would buy a picture of my titties. Yeah, you would. That shows the level of respect that she had for you already and don't even know you. But that's not what irritating her. As a man, why you in this conversation anyway? It's not but women on this panel. Why you up here? What you doing up here? We talking about the ills of black men, and here you got your country bunking up ass in the middle of us. I know a few other men that call themselves generals that do that a lot. Will pop up on a female panel everywhere you go. Ain't no link. I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't forgot about your ass, nigga. You know who I'm talking about. Oh, I ain't forgot about you. I had a flashback the other day.
They want to. If we sat up here right now, I'm telling you, and showed our titties, this video would go fucking viral because niggas is nasty.
Yeah, that's a lot of thirsty guys out there. Got a lot of thirsty guys out there.
It ain't thirsty, it's niggas.
It's thirsty.
You want to see some titties? Don't you want to see some titties, nigga?
Well, I don't want to see just any titties. To be quite honest with you, there's some titties out there I don't want to see. So no, I don't want to see just any titties. If you getting out the bathtub and you step on your titties, I don't want to see them. No, I don't want to see them. No, I don't. But for the normal set of titties, me being straight, I wouldn't mind seeing her. I'd give them some nice titties. Like what Dave Chappelle, I wish I had more hands so I could get them titties 4 thumbs up or 4 thumbs down. But I'm a heterosexual man, so yeah, if I see a set of titties, I'm gonna look. Ooh, that don't make me a simp. That just make me normal in my eyes.
Lies. These niggas be lying. They know we got the power in our bodies. We got the power in our bodies.
I can't do it, even though my flesh may want to see it, but I can't do it.
And y'all got to understand, we don't want to see it. I don't know what
you admit you want to see it, but you can't do it.
He can't even get it out.
And
he said the usual bullshit, Taylor. Don't worry about
And I want to see what you, twin. Do you think we would pay to see you?
Absolutely.
No, you wouldn't.
I pay for them to cut the camera off.
I don't need to see. I see you took that avatar down of you in that coat.
Get to the chopper, but he doesn't.
Looks like a cat been laying on it. All types of dust and particles.
That was the mirror. So
anyway,
we got the power when it comes to our bodies. The only thing we gotta show is a pinky toe and you niggas get hard. It ain't nothing about y'all we want to see, twin. Twin, you had a mohawk a couple of years ago. We don't want to see you naked, bruh.
I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna do a stream. And I'm gonna say, yo, y'all need to stop tricking. Y'all need to stop spending your money on females, not your wife. They need to cut all that out.
Is there any man on YouTube y'all want to see naked? Any man?
Not off the top of my head.
Females money.
I don't want to see any men
giving them money.
Not off the top of my
Not your
head.
wife. Stop giving
on
them
YouTube.
money.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Why would
I don't think it's nobody I want to see naked on YouTube either.
Why would you get some?
Anyone that I would say I already saw.
Shut up,
Good.
Why would you get some thought your hard earned money? You don't work all week.
There's some celebrities I won't mind seeing.
And the hoes is winning. We already been through this. The hoes is winning because y'all love hoes.
They
No, they're
losing
not.
because
No, because a whole top-notch hoe.
that's the destruction. You destroy yourself.
Pipsy already said it.
Yeah, but you're destroying yourself. The dignity. Where your self-esteem at?
Give a fuck about it. Let's stop
Destroying yourself.
pretend.
How you destroying yourself?
You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself.
Enough to
Give
not
yourself
want to
love.
suffer in this struggle of and.
I don't protect them because the only reason why I don't protect them is because I don't like niggas, and everybody know that. But at the same time, I wanted to create this same space. It was like a replica. It's a reason why I named my channel Womansphere. It was like an alternate space outside of the manosphere.
Right. And if you go over there, I don't subscribe to this young lady's channel, but if you go over there, because I did have to peek at her channel, but she's absolutely right. It's an alternate space. It's just the opposite of what they're doing over there in the manosphere. It is just the opposite. They are over there talking about the ills of black men. But none of the true brothers will go, none of the so-called six-figure niggas will go over there unless they've been called out. They don't want to hear their same talking points thrown back at them. So this was for me, since I've never heard of this young lady before today. This was like, wait a minute, okay. And, I can see how some of these dudes would listen to this lady and be like, you know what, man, fuck you. But she right. Here it is. You got women up on the panel conversating, but you got a nigga in the middle of them. And as you can tell, if you're listening to it, that's why I let it play. As you can tell, in listening to the stream, they are slowly but surely becoming irritated with him. Listen.
I felt like it needed to be one. So that's why I don't have men comfortable coming to my space. Because they know that when they come in my space, those women are going to either time them out, block them, or, just keep them around and dog them and talk shit to them. So any man that has a problem with me in the space, he knows not to show up in my chat. He gonna leave crying, trust me. Every single time they have left crying. And then they go back to their channel like, man, I went over there and she did it, and her chat was, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, nigga, don't come to my shit. It's not a man's page. It's not.
Did y'all hear that? And that would be enough for me. It's not a man's page. And if I do go to your page, I'm not jumping up on the panel. As a matter of fact, you won't even know I'm in there, because if I am listening, it's in the clouds. I'm not making no statements. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm just listening. It's not a man's space for you to come up and offer your opinion. What the hell you doing up here? Now, the dude that's on the panel was not hearing this. He think he's adding valuable information to the panel by being the only man up on there. But let me go out here and co-sign with these women. Nigga, a woman don't need no co-signer in some cases.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you come to my channel and you a nigga, it's just like you got to be able to do what you do. And I don't care if they block you. I don't care if you come to me talking about, oh, somebody blocked me. I don't care. I don't care. If they're a moderator, they can block. Period. So that's what you got to deal with. Niggas don't come to my shit. They know damn well. I'm telling you, like, they'll try to catch me on somebody else's shit. That's what they'll try to do. But they ain't going to come to my shit.
And that's what I did. I caught her at somebody else's shit. Shout out to Bomb Cherry because this is her broadcast. But one thing I did do I did type down in the listening lounge in the chat room over the Bombs that I was going to use some of this footage. And I kept my promise. Like I said, I've never heard this woman before. First time seeing her on the channel. So agree, disagree. So far, I can't argue with it. And that's why I was just sitting there and listening. I wasn't the only man in that chat room that was just listening. We didn't say anything except for, nigga, get your ass up off that panel. But he didn't listen. Didn't listen at all.
They know damn well not to come to my shit.
I know.
And I like it that way.
Oh, you're right. I ain't coming.
Why they don't want to try to catch me somewhere? Shit.
Bomb, because you funny.
We already debunked them. We've been debunking them for a while now. Like, we debunked them a few days ago with the whole Oprah thing. And
yeah, we was in on it, huh? Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was debunked. What else have been debunked?
Oh no, ma'am, I have to address that, Taylor. She's talking about myself and Bomb debunking the Oprah Winfrey thing. No, ma'am, you didn't debunk that. Bomb could not find the information that she thought she was going to use to debunk what I was saying. I don't come up on anybody's panel with half-truths and innuendos, young Taylor. So that part, no, you didn't debunk. I was right about the Jacksons. They did not invite them to the so-called Leaving Neverland. All the Jacksons were upset about it. The whole family was upset about it. I wasn't the only one that noticed that. Seal said something about it. 50 Cent said something about it. Oprah retracted the thing from, what's it called? From the special on Russell Simmons, because Russell Simmons said, yeah, go ahead. You gonna talk about me and don't talk about those guys? I got some dirt on your ass, Oprah. So no, it wasn't debunked. Bomb, no disrespect, but she could not find anything to correct me because I was not incorrect. But now the part you're talking about, Big J, that's a whole different story. Yeah, I had to call him out because that part, no, ma'am, don't tell the truth now. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
The music, the TV shows, the movies.
Yeah, the music, the TV shows being oppressive against black men. And here's my most
the 80s and 90s rhetoric of them bashing men and all that BS.
Yeah. And here's my problem with these individuals on here. It's not so much of them talking shit about women. I don't care about that. It's just the fact that when they're expressing their grievances about women and women ruining them life, like some chubby, pudgy ass nigga that be begging for cash apps, probably into it with his girlfriend, was on there saying how basically black women have given him nothing but anxiety his entire life and this and that, and we don't accept your apology. 45-year-old niggas on the goddamn internet wanting random black women to apologize to them. But anywho, it's the fact with these dudes is that when we're expressing our grievances in regards to the fuck shit that they do, we all lying. No, that's not true.
There it is, another point, and I got to pull it up from a stream that I was listening to the other night, and I'm going to use you as this classic example, the classic Ruby. The officer of the goddamn law came on that stream the other night and was basically telling you, even though you knew exactly what you was talking about, and even though you knew exactly the information that you putting out was fact and your opinion, he decided, I'm not finished talking. Wait. No, that's wrong. Belly aching and bitch assing the whole damn night. But he thought he made a dent and he thought he was making sense. Officer of the goddamn law. Nigga, sit down somewhere. Shut the fuck up. Sit down. Go talk to your constituents. Don't come back on the stream that makes sense no more trying to make. Get the fuck up out of here. Idiot. But that's exactly what this Lady Taylor is talking about. You folks that come on the stream just to challenge women. BGS. How many times have he showed up on streams just to challenge what the women are talking about? Nothing more, nothing less. The general, how many streams will he come up on and just challenge women? Nothing more, nothing less. He didn't come up there to give any information. He just came up there to challenge women and what they said, because women shouldn't have no say-so on the stream. That's the whole premise of the manosphere, isn't it? They call the internet their spaces. Do you know the internet can be accessed with anyone who pays for their ISP, their internet service provider? Do you know there's nothing off limits to them? You just have to recognize where to go and where not to go. Me personally, I wouldn't go to Victoria's Secrets looking for underwear. Not for myself personally. You get the drift of what I'm saying? If you ain't got no reason to be up in there, don't go. Or if you're up in there, get an invitation first, or have a reason to say something. Hey, baby, I bought these drawers for you. I went to Victoria's Secrets. Oh, okay. Thank you. The fuck?
That's the Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the man you chose. But when you turn around and say, okay, this individual wasn't a Pookie and Ray Ray, he's just a regular ass nigga with quote unquote Pookie and Ray Ray tendencies. Now what? Or he's an educated lane with some Pookie and Ray Ray tendencies. Now what? Well, you gotta choose better. You gotta choose better. Like, no. Like, if we're not gonna discuss about the level of fuckery, no matter what socioeconomic status you come from, you could be a whole drug dealer to a CEO, right, or a business owner. There's a level of fuckery that remains there. But when we express our grievances in regards to that, when dealing with these men, we're lying all of a sudden. That's what I have a problem with. What you say, twin?
They talk. I said that manosphere, we like, they be seeing bad chicks with guys that work at Walmart, and they like, why is she with him? He ain't got nothing to offer her. She would have laid this. He's security guard.
See again? This is what I'm talking about. Speaking at the wrong time. Did you just not hear what Taylor was talking about? Or did it not make any difference to you? So you figure you would try to co-sign with her by saying something that we already know. But because you didn't get to the chopper, this is where the part where they finally start having enough of you. Did you hear one of the ladies say, "What you say, twin?" But did you hear the voice that she said it in? You got to start paying attention. The subtle nuances in a woman's voice will tell you whether you should travel down that road or not. And he didn't listen.
You know what? I did a video that I talked about black men thinking everything is funny on my main channel. And this is what Twin reminds me of. It's just like, this is why we don't take y'all serious no more. You a whole fully grown black man that thinks it's funny to come.
Shama-lama do-damn. She made up a new word, so I might as well throw mine out. She said a whole fully grown man. Fully. Understand how she emphasized that? Not a fully grown man. Fully grown man. Nigga, and you still sitting up there. Because you're not paying attention. You think she about to shower you with compliments when she about to dig square into your ass. Some of us down in the chat room recognized it. He didn't.
On a woman's channel and say, bomb, bomb, bomb. And then bring up other men and what they talk about. Like, I mean, I know it's a little funny because we on YouTube and everything, but it's really despicable for you in real time. Because it's like, what grown man would make the time to do that? Like, literally. What grown man? Do you have children? Because it's like, it's weird. And this is why we don't take, you cannot take black men seriously. Because look what he thinks is funny and cool and quirky. It's like we up here having a little Saturday morning chat while kicking it with Bomb and having fun. And he thinks it's funny and hilarious as a grown man to come up here and go, ba-bomb, 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 ba-bomb. And then say, guess what the manosphere did? Like, can you imagine sitting, no, wait a minute. Can you imagine sitting in your house as a grown-up and climbing up on a live stream and doing that and thinking it's funny all the time? This is why I said that black men, you so busy laughing at regular everyday life that white men are literally sharpening their bullets to put in your head.
See, that's the thing about it. That's why I tell my sons, the 5 of them, that you have to be a well-rounded man. You cannot dwell in idle chatter all the time, because a woman will not find that attractive. She will see through that very quickly. And they saw through Twin, because she even says in the stream later on, this is the first time I heard of you. This is the first time I was on his channel, but she got you down to a science, even to the point to where you come on saying ba-bomb, ba-bomb, ba-bomb. I've been in Bomb's chat before, so she's absolutely right, because that's exactly what you do. Ba-bomb this, ba-bomb that, but it sounds like Porky Pig up there. But get the fuck on up out of there, man. You got no reason to be sitting around in a woman's chat, especially when you hear what they talking about. Nigga, that's like going up into a beauty parlor, and you the only man up in there, and they talking about the size of dingalings. You gonna sit around too? You gonna add to that conversation? Come on, bro. It's time for everything. And it was time for you to get your ass up off that panel. But you didn't pay attention.
George Zimmerman. No. George Zimmerman is still at Walmart, nigga. And you sitting up here talking about ba-bomb, 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 ba-bomb. But George Zimmerman is at Walmart buying they tired ass meat. And you came up here with a mohawk. You came up here with a peacoat on. Like, is your life a joke? Because if we start laughing at you, this is why I say, y'all. This is why I did that video. Shut up.
Did you hear that?
This is why I did that video, y'all. Because we should just start laughing at them. Because, you know, black men find every social injustice to black men.
Not me. Not me. You can go to my channel, says who gives you a pretty good idea of who I am. I think I'm pretty well rounded. I try to look at the world as it is. It's good and bad throughout it, but all of it needs to be reported on. You can't so-call yourself being informative and you only talk about bullshit and anarchy all the time. You can't be talking about you're a six-figure nigga and there's nothing on your channel about the stock market. You can't say you know how to drive big rigs and there's nothing on your channel about driving big rigs. You see what I'm saying? Know a little something about something. As they say, be a jack of all trades, but master about 2 or 3 or 4. That's the motto in my life. And folks will tell you that. They meet me in person. They will say, "What's up? What, you know how to do this?" Yeah, I got that. I'm a jack of all trades, and I've mastered about 3 or 4. This is one of them. But see, some men are down in that chat room taking offense to what she's saying. I'm not, because I know she's not talking about me. There's some men in that chat room that knew exactly who she was talking about. But because those are the type of men that get up on those panels and will sit there for hours and hours, will come into a chat room, agree or disagree with a woman, and leave their avatar up for the whole world to see. Ain't got nothing to talk about, but just in the panel, just on there. The general, you good for that. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I got to call some niggas out. Whether you like or dislike them. I know there's some folks that, that get along with the general. Fuck it, I don't. So I don't have a problem calling you out. Every time I see you on the stream, folks, if I'm just up in the clouds, there you are hovering around. It's usually on one of these women's stream. You're always over there at Sheila's stream. You're always at Bomb's stream. You're always at Verbal Assassins' stream. You're always at China White's stream. You're always at the chick streams. And when you do go to the brother streams, you ain't got much to say. Because you're always over there trying to be in correct mode, trying to correct these young brothers about what their talking points are. Let me get to you. For nigga, sit your dumb ass down. Sit down somewhere. Go sit down. Because you're not a true representation of a grown-ass fucking man. Because I heard you say, if I wanted to impress folks, all I got to do is turn my camera on. Because you did it to me. And I heard you just say this just the other day. I know I'm getting off point, but I'm talking about black women. I'm talking about the black women that's talking about you. Excuse me. So I know I'm getting off point here a little bit, but I got to bring out a point. I'm making a point here. You just said the other day, if I turned my camera on, this would impress a whole lot of women. Nigga, please. How they know that's yours? You in California, she and bumfuck Egypt. How is that impressive to her? You said that. Your boy BGS running around talking about he the smartest thing since sliced bread, but yet in the stream you hear him say he gonna tell a grown man bend over and turn around and fuck you and you gonna like it. What the fuck? And you wonder why these women sit in these streams and talk just the way they do. That's one that a woman snapped on you, twin, because she had not an ounce of respect for you, so much so in her loudest voice. Well, I won't say in her loudest voice, but she told you to shut the fuck up. And it didn't bother you. You know why? Because that's who you surround yourself with, black women that don't respect you. That is your life. And she called it out on the stream. Dumbass nigga.
Throwing haymakers at us in the street. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get it regardless. So it's crazy.
I heard them. A business take an investment, and an investment is a risk. They want the glory, but they don't want to risk anything. They don't want to take the L in front of everybody. And without a business and an initial investment, whether it be stocks or education or time, you have to invest something and be willing to lose something. They're not willing to lose anything. They want to play it safe. And they want women to be okay with them not taking the chance, because they're scared to take an L in front of people. Most people that have like a business, they say they may have 4 or 5 businesses that fail first before they have one that succeed. And they're looking for somebody to take the responsibility of the L first and them to follow. What they say, no nuts, no glory. They have no nuts. They want to use some other man's nuts and risk and courage and they want to play it safe and then ride on the coattails of what
right
somebody
about that,
else
boo.
does.
You right about that, boo. I like the way you worded that. His nuts and courage.
Is she wrong? We got too many streams that we see nut riding and dick gobbling all over the goddamn screen. BGS came into a stream that I was in the other night and niggas was falling over him like he was all hell. Kevin Samuels came into the stream, niggas started falling all over him. All hell. Angry Man came into the stream, all hell. And she's right. How many of these niggas will sit around and say, you know what, this is this, that is that, and won't take that, as we call it, that leap of faith. See, again, I know these women are talking about me because I know what it is to take a leap of faith. I know what it is to leave the corporate world or the world to where you were going to get a check every week or every 2 weeks and know that the only way that I was going to survive and take care of my family was to get out there every morning and go to work. Can't get fired when you own your own shit. And still, even with my own business, folks, you do not hear me, not once have you ever on any stream, live, Memorex, or radio, hear me say that I'm a six-figure nigga, even though I have a thriving business. Well, a business is not thriving right now because I'm in rehab. But y'all know what I'm saying. For those that know me, that's been around me for years, you've heard that is what I do. But if you've never heard me say that I can go, I'm a six-figure nigga, that I'm driving the latest Bugattis and shit like that. I was on the street one day with some other folks, and I just didn't know I didn't turn my mic off. But if you're telling the truth about your life, you have nothing to hide. Even in the mistake, I wasn't expecting these folks to hear what I was talking to on the phone about, but they heard me. Could that have been an oh shit moment for me? Could that have been something that, wait a minute, you telling us one thing, but we hear you saying something completely different. And that was the business of what there was this woman that's talking about this manosphere meetup. We hear you motherfuckers in the background talking about y'all six figures niggas, but you got these old ass computers. You're buddying up to the airport. You let one of your mans sell a stream for $450 and none of y'all offered to buy it and to keep it intact. And you wonder why these women over here, these black women, is in y'all niggas' ass. They ain't in mine. Y'all, so I'm pointing at you. If you got mad about what these women is saying, or if you're mad about what I'm saying, I'm talking about you. You might be a bit of a doo-doo chaser.
I like the way you worded that because that's exactly what it is. But I got to ask you, how the fuck you know she paid $450 for that channel?
Bantu Knots just did a thing on it. It was only a couple of minutes long.
Sorry.
If that's the person who they say was Sister George, she was on there. She say she paid $450. And I don't know what she looks like, but supposedly I'm guessing it was her talking.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she paid $450.
$450. Damn, that was all for his channel?
That's poor negotiation skill. That's like they sold us into slavery for chocolate. That just that's poor negotiation. But I guess if you have no takers, that's something. But yeah, so I guess that's why.
How much y'all think it's worth? Because I'm
I think $450 is pretty suitable,
reasonable. Yeah. Very reasonable, if you ask me. So these niggas couldn't get $450.
I already gave y'all my reason why I disagree with that, but
L after L.
I thought that's what they get a month in their channel, depending on how many videos and people view it, right?
That's a dinner at Ruth Chris for a couple.
All these niggas on here.
His channel wasn't monetized, was it?
No, it was monetized.
It was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it already qualified for monetization.
Because she was over there saying we're gonna apply for monetization soon in a couple of weeks. She said that on the video.
If every black woman in here gave $1 or 50 cents on a Cash App, just the symbolic nature, it would have paid for itself.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I watch her get that on their streams. You know when they do their Sunday streams or Wednesday streams, they end up getting that kind of money.
But do y'all think that she gonna be able to maintain that channel though, over there?
I don't see how.
I'm still trying to understand why they bought it.
Right, see?
You know, depending on people.
You see, that's exactly what I mean. I don't understand what, other than being petty, I don't understand what the purchase is about. Because if the channel was monetized, wouldn't that mean the monetization would be from the stream itself, the uploads to what people watch and what commercials are being ran over to that channel? So if they're not coming back to that particular channel to watch that content anymore, what would be the purpose of buying it? To me, you bought a sinking ship. Well, it wasn't sinking until you came over there, bought it, and put holes in it. That's just how I see it. I couldn't, it's just one way of looking at it for me. Me personally, yeah. In theory, it was a good idea to show them up, to put them out there and to say, hey, you niggas couldn't even come up with $450, but you're on this stream every night. So I bought it on principality, Smokey, just to show you niggas that I got the power. Since hoes is winning.
Yeah,
that's slam the bones down on the chest and say, 450 was worth it. Because to some people, that's nothing. Depending on where you at in life, your children grown. 450 is your money for the week. It's your allowance for the week or for 2 weeks. So, it's not a big sacrifice. Maybe say, I can't get my nails done.
I want to see what she gonna do with the channel. I mean, I think it would be cool for her to, for Sister George to start bringing Jessica X up, and for them to start building together on that channel, because that will be a segue.
Because Jessica was ran away.
Yeah, because Jessica was ran away, right? So that'd be a segue for Jessica to come back.
See, brothers, you see how these ladies stood up on that channel and was already giving suggestions out of what they suggested would be a good thing for this channel. Let the women get up there. That's it's good to bring this particular woman up there, bring this particular woman up there, and so on, so. They're already thinking about what they think would be viable for the channel, even though we don't think it was a good idea. But in order for you to fix and bring your folks on over there, this would be some good ideas. Some of these niggas been sitting around in these panels for the last couple of days just complaining and bitching about, I can't believe that Ramel let that bitch buy the channel. He's a turncoat. He's a traitor. The fuck? Shit, he just got $450 richer. To me, everybody makes bad investments, folks. Everybody make bad investments. And to me, that's what that was. Because as they say, he's over talking the same things. He just moved into a new house, but brought the same furniture with him. That's all he did. Sold his old house. What they call that? They just flipped that old house. Pretty much.
Into the space, because Jessica was on the video that she did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that Jessica coming up there will bring more views for Sister George, because a lot of people want to see what Jessica about to do too. Since the manosphere been so blatantly rude. I don't know if y'all seen that video, because y'all know that Kendra D, aka the Crimson Cure, got the rights to the manosphere. Y'all know that?
Yeah.
So she over there doing her thing. Shay was dogging her because he's mad. But see,
wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? I didn't say it. I'm just reporting the news. Don't shoot the messenger. From what the grapevine just said, exposed it here on Classic R&B Jams. The Chop Shop says Kendra D owns the rights to the manosphere. How the fuck does that happen? How does a woman own something that has the title of manosphere? Angry man, I thought you owned that. I thought that was your intellectual property. I didn't say it, but the cat's out the bag. I heard just now. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Y'all know that?
Yeah.
So she, she video, because y'all know that Kendra D, aka the Crimson Cure, got the rights to the Manosphere. Y'all know that?
Yeah.
So she, she over there doing her thing. O'Shea was dogging her because he's mad. But see, that's who Sister George, I think, need to be working with. Those women that are being ostracized by the Manosphere, that was over there in the Manosphere and got all that true tea. Sister George need to be working with them.
So they going after the Crimson Tide? Well, he always been going after.
O'Shea did a video about her and said she looked just like him.
Okay, but she's with Angry Man though, and I think him and Angry Man was going at each other.
I think they should do a husband-wife channel and show what a black woman and a black man building together should do, since they did meet on YouTube, and since all of those men.
I thought they met on YouTube. They didn't. They didn't.
I'm sorry.
I thought they did too. They didn't. Yeah.
But since both of them were present.
Okay, I'm reading down in the chat room. There's some dispute. So allegedly, let me just go back and use this word. Allegedly, Kendra D has something to do with the ownership of the Manosphere. Allegedly. But I said, see over here. Hey, Tyrone Church, how you doing? He says, no, she doesn't. Some doctor named Father Time. Okay. Shit, y'all guys know more than me. I'm going to take your word on it. We going to have to look into this, though. But wouldn't that be ironic? You're right, Zero. Wouldn't that be ironic that Kendra D owns the Manosphere or owns the rights to the Manosphere? Isn't that ironic? But I thought, I guess because I'm in the YouTube streets, I thought that, that's what I was about to say, Shaw. I thought Kendra D and a few of the other ones was running around selling, as I call them, big dick pills. I thought they was pumping sex pills over there. But that makes sense. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Figures on YouTube, they should actually show what a black man and a black woman actually building together, not involved in one person trying to get over, actually combining resources can do.
But they've been very careful, though, I've noticed, about not displaying their marriage, because they are married. You know what I'm saying? So they've been very careful about that, and I think that might be a decision made by her husband. I'm not for sure, but they've been very careful. So
no, it's not being careful. It's not just put your business out there. It's too many people ask me sometimes, what music, what you look like, where you live. Well, I live in Charleston, South Carolina. That's all you need to know. If you want to know me, if you want to meet me in person, that's another thing. You got to come to Charleston, South Carolina and find one of these shows that I might do out here live and in color. But it's by purpose that I don't put anything about my personal life on the internet. And it just didn't start because I'm on YouTube. I've been doing that long before half of you folks even knew I was in existence. You can go back to my YouTube thing from 2012, and there's nothing about YouTube that says me. You can go back to the very first broadcast that I had at Golden Grooves Radio. There's nothing on that page that says anything about my personal life, other than what I tell you folks and sharing here with you. I don't give out locations. I don't give out my government name. I don't give out my age. I tell you about how many children I got because you can only guess, so I tell you that. But other than that, my life is my life. My personal life is my business. And if I need to share it with one of you folks out there, it has to be a reason for it. Because let's think about this. Folks dox you. They don't dox the good part of you. They try and find some shit that was fucked up about you, or they think that's fucked up, or something that they feel that you hiding from the general public. I have nothing to hide. It's just I don't put my information out there on the internet. Never have, never will. I'm not hard to find if you know me, because there's other people that's direct contact with me that can point you in the direction of who and what I am. There's nothing about my business, my real life business, that's connected to the internet that you can connect back to here anyway, YouTube and the radio. Because I don't want some damn fool, because they got mad at something that I said in a stream, coming out talking about my children, my family, my sister, because believe it or not, there's some things that I will come after you about. I don't make idle threats. Fuck around, won't be around. I don't make idle threats. So what I'm saying here, get you in your panties in such a bunch that you got to go and find and lie and make it up and post it on your stream to talk about me, go right ahead. Just know there's consequences and repercussions behind that shit, especially if it's done maliciously. Especially if it's about me personally, because nothing here I talk about is personal. You're going to have to answer to it. I'm coming. And I'm bringing hell with me.
It's like, I don't know if their marriage is worth, the channel. I don't know. Y'all. I'm just talking right along with y'all.
That's a big responsibility to live up to. I was just throwing that out there. I
don't know what she's going to do with the channel, but I think everything she's done thus far is intriguing. Everything she's done. And I think that her working with the women who are being ostracized from the manosphere, I think, in my opinion, will be a good move.
I'm definitely, I don't know who she is, but I'm going to be watching. So
she's very pretty. I think she's very pretty. I think
What are you talking about?
Her sister George.
Oh, Sister George, yeah.
You see that? You see that? What y'all talking about? Nigga, go to bed. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Butting in somewhere you have no business. You wasn't invited to this party, but you just out of the blue. What y'all talking about? Nigga, that means you wasn't paying attention to the conversation then. If you got to bust in after all of this talk and ask what they talking about, that means you were either on mute or you were somewhere else. What y'all talking about?
Did her thing. That was a good move she did.
So
I commend her for buying.
I just wanted to throw that out there. So
the video was hilarious. Her intro video had me. I played it last night on my live stream. It had me. What
channel is it on? Is it on the news channel?
It's on her channel. It's called Woman. The Ramil channel is called Women. We should listen to it, Bomb. It's Women Won. But put in Ramil's channel, and then it'll come up.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? Good to see you.
Yes, honey, I'm here. Somebody time L. Marshall out. This is my channel. L. Marshall, your ass got to go, darling. See, look at this. Watch this. Put him in timeout. That's timeout. Yeah. Oh, that's Razor. That was you, darling. I'm sorry.
That was a power move. It was.
But yeah. So this channel is definitely under new management. Sure, Bayou, of course you can have a lunch, darling. Yes.
She pulled a Mickey Howard on him under new management. That's why they call myself MUZIQ. See how I related that? Under new management. Cleaning house. Everything must go. All you niggas that don't want to get murdered, roll out the back. Because this place is under new management. Gotta go.
This channel is definitely under new management. There will be some changes going on with this channel, but please don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't get upset. Don't cry about it. Yeah, this channel is definitely under new management. I'm sorry I had to do it like this, but you guys have been campaigning for a while. Ramil has spoke about how you guys don't want to do anything with the space, how you guys allowed hoes to take over the space. And yeah, initially I wasn't really sure if I should buy it, so I was really scared, and I was kind of worried about it. I was like, damn, should I be the one to buy it? will the space accept me? Is it gonna be like, what's it gonna be like? And the fact that you guys didn't move in on it further proved his point. These hoes is winning. These hoes won. And yeah, I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible thing that you guys allow hoes to win. You guys
game, set, and match. She couldn't have said it no better. If the hoes is winning, you guys allowed it. And she's absolutely right. You hear that so soft, feminine voice cussing you niggas out in real time. How was this woman allowed to come in here and purchase this from right up under y'all noses? And then come in and telling you it's under new management in such a soft voice. And they hated it. Them niggas was texting each other. They was in the back chats with each other. How the fuck did we let this happen? Pumpin' dumpin' these niggas. Pumpin' dumpin' these hoes. Pumpin' dumpin' these niggas. No, nigga, y'all got pumped and dumped. You're absolutely right, Shar. Pumped and dumped these derelict niggas. Pumped them for their money and then dumped them. Hoes is winning. Because y'all let them win. Even the $2 hoes is winning.
Okay.
You men allow this.
Hold up,
and
so I'm not sure if y'all see. I think some people think it's a joke. Cause somebody in the chat.
Oh no, I went to the channel. It's real.
Somebody saying, Ramil, hurry up and get up there. Let me see.
She also did an interview too, Bomb. She did an interview with a Manosphere dude where she explained how her and her husband decided to buy the channel.
No, I'm not doubting that she did it. I said some of the men doing this stream didn't believe it because they are. I'm not sure if y'all can see this. See that? Saying, Ramil, hurry up and get up there. It's like, I think some of them don't know if she, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if she really did it. And they probably mad. Big man, I thought I saw Bernard Raleigh in here.
It sure does look like he didn't tell her.
Bernard Raleigh. Y'all see that shit?
You see that?
But somebody...
Niggas are so embarrassed about coming in there, Bernard Raleigh. They're so embarrassed about coming in there, showing their faces that they had to change their name. And he's so damn dumb, there could have been a troll, though, that just put Bernard Raleigh. Yeah, you retard. But this is what the black woman talking about, folks. We ain't done yet. I know this stream has been going on for a little while, and I had to get it out of the way. Normally I do about an hour stream or whatever, and normally I'm on StreamYards, but I don't want this stream to be affiliated with any friends. I don't want somebody to come up and say, well, you was on that stream with music. You was the one over there talking shit about me. Come on. Come at me. Just me. Don't go after the gray regime. Don't go after the ladies that you hear on the stream. Don't go after somebody guilt by association because you was on music stream. I saw you and you was talking shit about me. Come to me. You ready for it, Shore? He ain't what got a hold of you, but how the fuck you get away from it messing with a dude like me?
Subscribers who have gone in a week. That's why I wouldn't. I'm like the buying it kind of thing. Like when people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'm gonna just watch and pay attention, but I don't know how it's gonna work out because the men was all like, "I'm unsubscribing right now. I'm unsubscribing."
They probably not gonna unsubscribe though because they want to know how it gonna end up. You know,
Having a baby. Shut up.
You don't, because you're not taking advice from women who were once girls with fathers, and you just want to tell us what you want. Because
you're just over here running your mouth.
Go
ahead, Mom. Sorry.
No, you good. But we don't want to hear about your daughter and her sexual. Like, I'm shocked that you even mentioned it. Because my dad, like, he didn't want to think about me sleeping with nobody. And he didn't talk about it, most definitely. And, you know. But y'all be on YouTube.
But I know how I was. I know how I was when I was that age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want that happening to my daughter. You know?
I can't you find your daughter a nice man in your church?
There you go.
I don't want to with no man. I don't want to with no man.
Yeah, but you don't even never mention her going to church with you. Why that is?
Because she don't want to go to my church. She said my church is too strict.
Well, but if you couldn't tell her what to do before she turned 18, you couldn't even make her go to church on Sunday?
Because me and her mother had two different approaches with her.
I used to play sick every Sunday. Twin. You need to get your life together, buddy.
What would you do if you were in a stream and someone said that in such a calm voice? Twin. You need to get your life together, buddy. Now, I skipped over that part about him trying to regulate his grown-ass daughter's sexual life. Why men get up on the stream and talk about their daughters is beyond me. I don't have any daughters, so I can't answer that. But I know if I did, there would not be a stream that you will find me talking about my daughter. There's not too many streams that you hear me talking about my sons. It really isn't. And if I do talk about it, it's such an obscure way that you don't know that I'm talking about them. But this man was up on a panel talking about how he felt it necessary to regulate his daughter's sex life and thought he wasn't going to get no pushback. The fuck? Wrong again. Excuse me,
You
folks.
need to stop talking. Since when in the world did y'all's gender allow the idiots to speak for them? I thought they kept y'all quiet in the back somewhere. What's going on? I need to talk to somebody because this is some bullshit. Because y'all starting to sound real dumb as a collective. I hope y'all enjoying this stuff. I thought they kept y'all quiet in the back somewhere.
Twin. You need to get your life together, buddy.
Yeah, it's worth hearing again. Listen.
You need to stop talking. Since when in the world did y'all's gender allow the idiots to speak for them? I thought they kept y'all quiet in the back somewhere. What's going on? I need to talk to somebody because this is some bullshit. Because y'all starting to sound real dumb as a collective. I hope y'all enjoying this stuff as a male gender. I hope you're enjoying this because y'all are looking real pathetic and pitiful.
They think
right
everything
now.
is funny. They think everything is funny. That's what I said. Black men laugh about everything. And we
then
just
they
sitting back,
sit
black
there.
women. Yeah, they just sit there and look stupid, and then we sitting there just looking at them like, do you understand? I don't think black men know how dumb they look. They just look dumb.
They don't care, black women, sir. They really don't. Because they'll confuse with them, oh, we're the most desired men on the planet. They confuse with desirability as far as you being a good mate. And you could be desired. Desire has to do with sexually. They'll fuck your brains out, but then at the end of the day, are you a good husband? Are you a good father? Are you a good provider? Like, listen, taking L's globally. That's all I gotta say.
Ain't they always complaining about
Exactly.
black
There ain't
men
nothing
too?
you gonna be able to do.
Have y'all noticed that? Because I'm telling you, yeah, you talk to your man, his complaints is about black men. Like, he always got something to say about black men. It ain't like he's sitting in your face saying, you know, my friends is so cool. And, you know, he be like, man, these hoe ass niggas. And let me tell you something, man. These stupid ass niggas, like, they always got something to say about the derelict behavior of black men. So I asked my ex the other day. He was talking to me about some stupid ass shit one of his friends did. And I asked him, I said, why is it that black men need so much leadership all the time? And he just kind of looked at me like, what you mean? Because see, he's that friend in his group where everybody call him about everything. So he's always frustrated. He's always frustrated because all of his friends look to him for stuff, whether it's about money, whether it's about, it's just they always look to him. So he get aggravated. He get aggravated because he feels like they use him for resources. You know what I'm saying? So he complains to me, and he was complaining to me about it. And I was like, I was just sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking about black women and our plight, you know, and I'm thinking about black men. And I'm like, why is it that black men always need so much help all the fucking time? So I asked him, I said, why do you think that black men go out in the world looking for other black men to help them and guide them? Why do they need to do that? Why can't they figure things out on their own like you did? And he just looked at me like with a blank stare. Like it had never crossed his mind. I could tell. And he just looked at me like,
I just wanted to check this out. I have a microphone check. 1 second, I'll be right back, okay? Let me fix my mic here so I can wrap this up right quick like. Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2 3. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let me get this from the beginning right here. There we go. Just 1 second.
ain't they always complaining about black men too? Have y'all noticed that? Because I'm telling you, yeah, you talk to your man, his complaints is about black men. Like he always got something to say about black men. It ain't like he's sitting in your face saying, you know, my friends is so cool. And, you know, he be like, man, these hoe ass niggas. And let me tell you something, man. These stupid ass niggas, like, they always got something to say.
Right.
About the derelict behavior of black men.
Right. So, and she is 100% right about that, folks. You know, I see my microphone is still messing up. God damn it. Always at the end.
Oh. I asked my ex the other day. He was talking to me about some stupid ass shit one of his friends did. And I asked him, I said, why is it that black men need so much leadership all the time? And he just kind of looked at me like, what you mean? Because see, he's that friend in his group where everybody call him about everything. So he's always frustrated. He's always frustrated because all of his friends look to him for stuff, whether it's about money, whether it's about, it's just they always look to him. So he get aggravated. He get aggravated because he feels like they use him for resources. You know what I'm saying? So he complains to me, and he was complaining to me about it. And I was like, I was just sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking about black women and our plight, you know, and I'm thinking about black men. And I'm like, why is it that black men always need so much help all the fucking time? So
And there we go. Still messing up. Let me keep fixing. Let me keep working, folks. All right, let me work here. Let me work with this. Come on, I'm about to try and wrap this particular thing up here with this last little comment about why do black men need so much help? I have no idea. It's just something that we do. We look as a black man. I look to help younger black men. I look to guide them to show them how to be proper and upstanding citizens. So I relish when a young black man comes on and asks me what's going on, how I'm doing, or what can I do to make myself better. I like that part. But she's not talking about those black men. She's talking about those black men like twin. Why are you up here? Why are you in this broadcast? And again, she's also right. How many times the main complaint has not been about the woman, it's been the brothers that you've been hanging around. How many times have you had a black man to call yourself a friend of yours that either done try to take your money, steal your car, or fuck your woman? How many times? How many times? When I was in the Marine Corps, I had amassed over 500 albums. I let a young black man stay in my room because he was checking out. I get off duty, go back to my room, my albums are gone. So we wonder why these ladies say, you niggas ain't shit. You see this beautiful black lady here in front of me that you guys are looking at right now. Half these men will never see a woman like this because they don't know how to obtain a woman like this. They think a woman like this is completely out of their reach because they gave up. I'm not intimidated. I would never be intimidated by a pretty woman. It's just not me. Just not me to be intimidated by any person, man or woman. And I wouldn't sit on the stream for hours and hours and complain about the ills of black women when I know I have some cleaning up to do myself. Too many times these folks will get on these streams and what about them black mamas, right, Dre? What about these black bitches? What about you? What are you doing to make yourself right with these black women? You just heard a sample of what they think about you. That's just a small sample of Bomb Cherry's stream the other day where these women was over there, and because they had a willing court jester up there, they let the feeling flow. It was embarrassing. I think Joe W was in there, a few of the other brothers that I see around. It was quite embarrassing to hear these women talk to this brother the way he did, and he at one time said, oh, y'all can make fun of me all you want to, I don't care. No, nigga, I care that someone would make fun of me. I care that someone would sit on a panel that don't even know me and say, you need to get a better life. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get on up out of here. Got to get ready for my next show. I'll be live on Classic R&B Jams here at about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing some good music from the decades, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, a little something from the 2 all right? So y'all make sure y'all check it out there if you don't mind. The link's down there in the description. You can come in the listening lounge, or we have other places where you can tune in. So with that, folks, that's what they think about you. I got to go. Appreciate it. Let me holler at some folks right quick, like Just As Shar. Thank you very much. Don Teasy. Who else we got in there? Callie Jane, Classic Ruby, Hassan Burton. Who else we got over? Zero, The Infinite, Tyrone Church, Lady Neek. Thank y'all so very much. Who else we got in there? Hassan, I got you there. Let's see. Who else we got? Chaos, thank you for dropping on in. Let's see who else we got here. I can't see a whole lot of people. Did I say Don Teasy, Simply Neek? Yeah. Let's see who else I got over here. The name keeps going. I can't scroll all the way back. Appreciate you folks keeping out the trolls. Again, when you try to put on information, notice, since I'm not dogging somebody or I'm not talking shit, the trolls just popped up. See that? Anyway, folks, 'tis the season to be petty. I'll be back tomorrow with some more petty. So y'all have a good night. I'll see everybody at 7 o'clock who coming on over to the Classic R&B Jams radio station.